Welcome back to Crew Battles at BTS Rocket League. We're joined by the illustrious, actually I don't know who this is with the shades on, but we've got Kronovi. It's Torment, everybody! Oh my goodness.
My hidden identity. Can't tell who I am.
But yeah, it says at the bottom of the screen there, Team Justin against Team Kuxir, which actually is a surprise to me. I thought it was Kaydop versus Squishy.
I'm pretty sure the team names we just saw were Squishy Kaydop, so I think we're okay.
Because you guys are in.
Yeah, because I just got comfy. You know?
Yeah. We can just play from down here. It's fine.
yeah.
With the shades on.
With the shades on. I'm keeping these on all day, probably.
Well, we think it's, as far as I know, it's Team Squishy against Team Kaydop up next, and they both won their matches. So the winners, the favorites, going up against each other.
Yeah, whoever wins this is going to secure like top 2, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
If their win percentage is good enough, yeah. Because it could come down to like a tiebreaker. But yeah, Squishy's team and Kaydop's team definitely look the best, the most well-rounded overall. Kronovi over here is thinking, well, if only my team had like performed.
He tried to put him on his back.
A little bit better, then maybe that wouldn't be the case.
I guess I'm the only one who knows the tactics against the French army.
Yeah. What were the tactics? What was the main strategy?
Just ball chase and
ball
hope
chase.
Fairy Peak takes it easy on me.
Yeah. Well, we could see Fairy versus Squishy in this first match. If they pick themselves, well, if Fairy Peak gets picked by Kaydop, and then Squishy picks himself again, which I think after seeing him against Scrub, surely he should do that, right?
He sounded confident, didn't he, after that game?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't play once,
I
but
don't even play
I'm
once.
winning.
Wipe the floor with an easy game. So he looked really good in that match, and he could probably there's nothing really to lose, is there?
Yeah, no, the underdogs I think actually have the advantage here, which is like doesn't make you an underdog anymore. It's really weird to say that, but all the pressure is on the actual like ones mains who've won these big ones tournaments. It's all on them to win.
It's kind of like a really weird situation for Scrub and Fairy because they're known as like the best 1v1 players in Rocket League history, but recently they've not played that much ones, so they're vulnerable. I mean, you took down Fairy, Squishy took down Scrub, and can Squishy take down Fairy? If that's the matchup that we see, I think surely that'll be what's coming up.
Yeah, this is looking like the French versus NA, and I mean, we thought the Fairy just wouldn't wipe the floor with Crow. We thought we'd give him a chance.
I thought it too.
Give him a chance, but you showed up, and then it actually turned out to be the EU side of your team that may have let you down a little bit. But now we've got more, NA on Squishy's team. Will we see something here as we dive into the first game?
It is.
We've got Squishy coming up against Fairy Peak.
Already.
Fennec for Fairy as well. No Batmobile this time.
Have we ever seen Fairy with the Fennec?
I don't believe so. I think this is a first.
It seems like everybody's whipping out the Fennec today. Seen a lot in the last series.
You're doing that yourself, right?
I did use the Fennec. I think I switched though.
You started off with
lost
the Fennec.
both, so I'm still 0 for 1. And the Octane and the Fennec.
What do you like about the Fennec when you do play it?
I don't know. It's just like really smooth for some reason. Like the hitbox, like the edges just feel really good.
Ooh. Oh dear.
Shots like those are really easy. I mean, I probably would miss that, but
you think
Fairy
made
made it
this
work.
one?
Yeah, usually in ones
I know nobody's really expecting me to say this, but the key there is side flipping. As long as Fairy side flips, that shot is going to be a boomer.
I think that Fennec hitbox is so predictable as well. Like, you know where that corner of that car is. Really
Yeah.
I agree. I actually don't like using the Fennec because for some reason I feel weird on it, but it's very accurate. It does what you expect it to do.
Oh, no way.
He got bumped.
No way. What a goal by Squishy. I don't know how he managed to get both the ball and his car past Fairy Peak. Fairy was just like, well, if I hit Squishy or the ball here, I'm good.
Yeah, that kept happening to me in my series. I'd get the ball past him, but I would get bumped to my side, and it was like I hadn't even attacked him.
That's a sick goal. If Squishy's been out of ones for a while, I think I heard that. Did he say that he doesn't play ones? I think I heard him say that. Yeah. You'll probably like the ones meta right now, though, because it's all about ceiling plays, wall plays, like fancy air dribbles and flip resets.
Because the recoveries are so good now.
Yeah, everybody's so good at that.
You can afford to go for that ceiling shot. You won't get punished as hard.
It seemed like in the 1v1 against Scrub, Squishy's going for a lot of like air dribble bumps. So
he yeah.
But just that having that option just makes it so like awkward for the defender. You got to expect like a bump possibly, or just him hitting it over you like this. Like it looks like Fairy kind of waited.
Yeah, so you think he's expecting the bump, and then all of a sudden the ball's over his head beyond the point like that he can reach it.
Yeah, that happened to Scrub too. He came way off his goal line to get up really early for an air dribble bump, and then Squishy just kind of did like a not very good double tap, but Scrub was off his line and he just ended up like kind of not saving it, kind of own goaling it a little bit.
Yeah.
And as we said, Ferry loves adapting, but with only one game, it's going to be hard. I mean, you came into it against Ferry, Pete Crow, and you had that, he was trying to take your boost, but you would just keep, ball chasing, as you said, putting the pressure on. Whereas Squishy's more, get the 100 boost, let's go off the roof, let's get some air dribbles. So it's two different styles, but both seem to be working out okay against Ferry.
Yeah, I think Squishy is feeling a lot more confident, especially after his win, and he's accepting like a straight up challenge from Ferry. He's like, yeah, come on, hit me with your best shot. Let me see what you got. Yeah. And he's comfortable just trying to get maybe counterattacks. That's a great bump.
Oh, that's a really good bump. Yeah, it's not seeming like either one of them is going to have the easiest time dealing with the other player's offense. But because they're making their own offense work, it's looking really close. This is so interesting.
I think it's got shootout written all over it.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
Online games.
This is something that actually you were having troubles with initially against Ferry, because when he gets the ball bouncing at you like this and he can see exactly where you are, what exactly are you supposed to do in that spot?
It's really hard when you're already not facing the ball, when you were shadowing
with
it.
No momentum.
Ferry slows it down. You can't back up into it. That'll be seen coming. You can't really flip at the ball. Your angles are really bad. You really have to have the read and just try to challenge at the right time and hope for the best.
Or like you pre-jump and try and use that second flip to read where the ball's going once you hit it.
But even then you're at risk of a low 50-50 rolling underneath you, and you've just invested maybe some boost.
And he's known for that as well. Ferry loves to switch things up. He rarely messes up badly enough that he gives away counter-attack goals for free. It's one of his biggest strengths. I think Squishy's starting to get frustrated. That was a really aggressive challenge.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me. I went for a mix-up, a really early challenge after shadowing for a long time, and Ferry just reads it instantly, flicks it.
Something you did really well, and I think we talked about it on the cast, was you were hiding your challenges brilliantly by coming from straight behind the ball. So the ball is completely eclipsing you. And Ferry's not known for looking over the top of the ball very often. He tries to keep the ball bouncing to have good vision. But yeah, you were working around that, but just coming straight behind it. And like right there,
like that.
Squishy's fourth goal that he conceded, or Ferry's fourth goal, Squishy tried to rush a challenge, but Ferry could see him the whole time.
Torment, how's your ones game?
My ones game is non-existent. I don't think I've been ranked in 3 seasons at least.
Oh, not Ferry, just own goal. Not quite. This is going to be so frustrating for Squishy though, because we talked about the styles early on. Kronovi was ball chasing against Ferry, getting a lot of success. Squishy's actually just backing off, and that is causing him to not really have any chances at all.
That one's just in, though.
There you go. He's done well here, though.
Seems like his players just literally instant challenge the ball back to back to back, and
yeah, you just can't give Ferry space. The only times I've ever seen people succeed against Ferry is when they don't give him any space, because he doesn't really make mistakes when he's dribbling.
And when you stop wanting the boost against Ferry, he starts thinking, oh, should I take this or stay on the ball, like you did as well off kickoff. He was going for mid boost, and you're like, well, I'll just stay on the ball then. And then he's thinking, oh, where do I go? Am I out of position?
Oh,
it's Ferry.
Squishy nearly had a save here, and if he managed to pinch that off his crossbar, that would have probably gone clear as well, so he could have recovered. He just unfortunately double touched it in.
Ran out of boost as well.
Yeah.
I'm wondering for the day somebody learns how to pinch it and you shoot the ball.
Score,
yeah. You score off
the goal.
Yeah, that'll be the day that high-level Rocket League becomes very annoying.
I'm going to go practice that.
Yeah, at this point I wouldn't be surprised, because the 1v1 game is really evolving so fast these days. For a long time it was just take turns dribbling and flicking, and let's see who can shadow better and hit your flick goals, but now there's so many different ways to attack, and they're all viable.
Exactly.
Even coming off the roof of the goal as well, it's another opportunity to clear the ball off a hard shot as well, and you can counter attack and score off that.
Yeah, Squishy pulled that off against Scrub in their match, I think, one time. And that might actually be one of the best counters to the air dribble bump. I think it was in the Squishy interview, he said there's no way to beat it, but you can get a lot of momentum with those in and out saves, and if you've got enough momentum, then you might just be the one demoing him in the bump and just go straight through.
Because you can just turn around in net, but you've got no momentum, so even if you clear it, it's not going very far. But if you're using your momentum to come off that route, it's pretty effective.
Squishy's in a bit of a difficult spot. I was going to say 3-goal deficit, but now it's 4. I think he's trying to handle Ferry's attack and then counter with potential wall plays or maybe faking it and going to the midfield. But every time Ferry gets the ball, he collects it, he switches sides of the field. Perfect.
Well, Ferry looks like he's stepped up his kickoff since his first game.
Fennec might be helping with that too.
Possibly, yeah. So he's making Squishy's life really difficult. Squishy actually did great against Scrub in kickoffs, but with the kickoffs really not working out for him in this matchup, he's hardly getting to touch the ball. It's all just Fairy Peak spacing him off it perfectly. Squishy doesn't like to play that hyper-aggressive style that you did, Pro, when you beat Fairy today.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I feel like it's a little like you accept a coin toss sometimes on a lot of challenges, but I would rather take that coin toss in the midfield than on my goal line.
Then just get like stuck in goal for a minute while Fairy dribbles around. Like you've got to just go at some point, just put your head down and go for the ball. I mean, this one's just been really masterful by Fairy. He's just controlled everything ever since he wins the kickoff. Fairy's conceding one here, but can Squishy do this? Can he do it?
He needs to start scoring right now.
He needs some kickoff goals for sure.
He's got a couple of tricks for kickoffs.
He does.
Like
the fake.
The fake,
side fake.
He might try to land backwards.
Yeah. The delay. He does a delayed kickoff sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
On threes.
Are they in the straight spawn here?
I think so.
Oh, they are.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
As I said, I'm actually surprised he pulled it out right there.
It seems when Squishy's scoring, he's doing what Kronovi did. He was, just pressuring, zero boost, but just keep turning in.
Oh, well done, Fairy.
Unfortunately, didn't work out.
This is actually an interesting spot now because Squishy's team looked great in all the matchups, and actually so did Kaydop's team. But should this one go to a Game 4, Game 5, I would not be surprised to see this matchup getting picked again for Kaydop's team because Fairy looks like he's got Squishy's number here.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll have to wait and see how the other 2v2 and 3v3 go, though.
What was interesting is when Squishy was warming up, I saw, I believe it was Chicago and Rizzo were playing.
The twos.
So I don't know if that means they're playing the twos or they're warming up for threes, but
it was getting pretty intense between G2, the team Squishy, aka G2 3v3 team.
Yeah. And a lot in particular. Just a lot.
Yeah.
If you were anywhere in this building, you'd hear a lot.
They were yelling at each other. Like, I think at one point a lot just poked his head in their door to see if he could get a reaction from them. They were not happy about it. They were trying to get in the game, focus. So maybe that's why they're switching it up. They don't want to have another G2 3v3 scare where they're losing to a pickup team, essentially.
Yeah, and I think it's important to split up. If you happen to pick a full roster of players, maybe spread them out a little bit.
Is it the pressure you want to avoid?
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like the same thing with Fairy and Scrub, where they're supposed to win that. Everyone thinks they're supposed to win that. Yep. And then people can still play really well. Everyone here is really good.
Yeah. Well, he did win this one. So, Fairy, come close to the microphone so everybody can hear you. You lost to Kronovi earlier, but now you've beaten Squishy. So are you feeling good about your 1v1 game now?
Yeah, I mean, Kronovi played good, and Kaydop forced me to play Batmobile. So
I was going to say, why Fennec?
Yeah.
So that
he was play Batmobile. You're better with Batmobile. But Kronovi played good, and then I just came back because I lost every game today. So
yeah. So now you got a win on the board. What do you think about that matchup with Squishy? You've played him before, and you usually do quite well against him. So were you confident?
Squishy is a good 1v1 player, even though he don't play 1v1. But he have the mechanics and the good mind to play 1v1. But I think the experience maybe speak there. But he played good too, yeah.
What was the differences between Kronovi and Squishy? Because you played them both today.
Kronovi was more he had better kickoffs than Squishy for 1v1 first, and I don't know, he had more ones playstyle. Squishy don't really have a ones playstyle, but he's really good at ones.
What about their tackling? Kronovi likes to ball chase. Is that really effective?
I didn't think he was gonna challenge it sometimes, so it took me off guard.
Challenges. Yeah.
I just want to ask Ferry, with the new hair and stuff, any modeling contracts or have the women been hitting you up with the new style?
I mean, not already.
I'm sure it'll happen.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, maybe the stream will help him out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a great look
Loving
for sure.
It,
we're all hoping that it's not going to have the same effect that OverZero did in Season 1 of our LCS.
He lost his power.
He lost all his power after winning World Championship and getting a huge haircut. Are you at all worried about that?
No.
No?
I mean, I played good without my hair. Not at the start of this event, but before, it's fine. I trust in myself.
You're confident with the rest of the event, not just the crew battles, but the main 3v3 as well.
Yeah, I think the main 3-2, like we just had a bad day. Like Dignitas had played well, and we had a bad day. So I think we can bounce back for the next matches.
So now you've got
the crew battle. I trust Kaydop to
get the job done.
I was about to say, like, Kaydop and Turbopolsa against JKnaps in Chicago. Can they win this?
I think, like, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
You're a genius.
I'm trusting Kaydop and Turbo.
Yeah. Kaydop and Turbo looked really good earlier when they played, because they were the 2v2 team for...
I think they're probably... Like, Kaydop is really good at twos. Turbo, I play him sometimes, he's really good too, so yeah, I trust them.
Well, thank you, Ferry, for talking to us. Congratulations on the win. Maybe we'll be seeing you in more 1v1 later this series, but hopefully Kaydop and Turbo do well, so you can just get the easy 3-0.
Yeah.
All right, take care, man.
Thanks, Ferry.
We'll see you later. It's a great start for Kaydop and Turbo, right, as Ferry was suggesting that.
It was almost like he saw it coming. He watched the kickoff and he was like, that kind of looks like a goal.
That's a good start.
So we saw Kaydop and Turbopolsa earlier on in the 2v2, and they were just pretty dominant. I mean, Turbo came out and said, like, that was easy, you know, as Turbo does. But now you've got the teammates here. You've got JKnaps in Chicago. How do we think, you know, this matchup is going to go? Obviously, it's going to be probably a little bit more, you know, closer.
I imagine that they've played a lot of twos. I've never seen them play twos together, but I would be surprised if this isn't something they do regularly.
Yeah, you would think there would be plenty of natural synergy there. Oh, but the thing is, Turbo and Kaydop used to play all the time already.
True.
So
and Kaydop is just a monster in 2v2 in general.
It really is.
Like Ferry said, he's just really good at this game mode. So Kaydop probably just looked at this mode and thought, yeah, we'll put Ferry in ones, he'll win that. And we'll put me in 2v2, then I'll win this one. He's so confident in himself. And I mean, for a good reason, based on what's happening right now.
Yeah, he's got the skills to back up that confidence, and you know he knows he can play a certain way and apply a lot of pressure. Oh, Turbo he almost got 2 demos there.
Yeah, they're such confidence. I don't know if there's going to be a more confident team than Kaydop Turbo in 2v2. For better or for worse.
And they just play so safe too, you know?
Yeah.
Like they apply a bunch of pressure, but they're never really over-committing for anything. Oh, it's close.
Yeah, very like spread out. Like Kaydop's always close enough to follow up on a play, but far enough away that if it goes wrong, he can make it back.
Exactly, and then how do you really punish that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say G2 in this situation. But Team Squishy, it's probably the faster matchup. You know, they're probably a bit speedier, and you see that in G2's 3v3 play. I think that if these guys adopt, the ball chasey, speedy sort of style, it's pretty hard to stop in ranked.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe that's an option for them.
Yeah, I mean, they were fast enough on some of their challenges, and they got to the ball before Team Kaydop could recover. So maybe they opt to play some defense and just look for the counter down the field as fast as possible.
Well, they're back within 1 goal. Yeah, JKnaps has quite a lot of experience in 2v2, actually. I don't know about Chicago. Are you aware of Chicago's 2v2
I'm not sure, actually.
history?
Chicago, I remember he actually beat me in Squishy in the first NBC regional, but that was about 2 years ago, so I wouldn't count that.
Right. Who was he playing with then?
That was with Haydo, back when he was on Fivion, when they first came onto the scene.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they were at the LAN, right?
Yes, they were at the LAN there. I don't remember them playing it in the second one.
Oh yeah, I don't think so.
Obviously, wait, no. Actually, I was thinking Kaydop actually is an NBC 2v2 champion, I believe, right? But he won that with Panda.
Him and Panda.
Yeah, Kaydop and Panda won the first one, then Kaydop and Panda played the second one, and they didn't. I don't think they qualified.
Yeah, they didn't make it.
Yeah, there was a lot of upsets in Europe for the second big 2v2 LAN.
Absolute like sweat fest.
Grinder, yeah. But JKnaps made the final with Garrett, if I'm not mistaken.
He did, yes. They got like 5th to 6th, I believe, which is pretty strong, especially for all the best teams in the world.
Oh.
Dangerous.
Yeah, they were looking for a deep run for sure.
I think they actually got knocked out by maybe I know they lost to Squishy and Gimmick. I forget if they beat them in the
There was Greasy Scrub, Mensa Magnus. Like there was a bunch of very good teams there.
Yeah.
Team Kaydop's defense is just a brick wall when they're actually there.
Yeah. Oh,
ready, set, fake.
3 jump save. Oh no.
Oh, double
Turbo?
touch. Oh.
Turbo going
Hey.
first. Turbo going for his fourth own goal of the day.
Those situations are so hard as well because in free play, you're practicing to score that every time. So, like, sometimes subconsciously, you're like, oh no. Yeah,
I'm
you
just
just
gonna
hit it.
bang
Yeah,
this.
you just bang
Oh
it.
no, I'm own goaling. And it's going to be a really good goal.
As long as it's flashy,
Yeah.
it's all good.
Respect.
It's usually how it goes in comms too when you're playing with your team. You're like, I'm own goaling.
Yeah,
And,
I'm
and you hope your teammate saves
Yeah.
it.
I'm own goaling. This actually gets really interesting if Team Squishy can get the win here. Because 3v3 is going to be, like, who's left? There's still Rizzo. And
Rizzo
Gimmick.
ViolentPanda.
and Panda.
Gimmick,
That's an interesting team.
which is a
for
very
sure.
interesting team.
Who
Who would they be going up
are they?
against?
Yeah, Chaussette, I think.
Oh
I
yeah,
think it's the same team.
Same team
yeah,
that
yeah.
played earlier. So the
So
Chaussette, Ferra,
Team
AztraL.
Kaydop sticking to their guns that
So,
beat me
I mean,
and Crow
yeah.
and the squad
Yeah.
earlier.
Kaydop seems like he has a really
that
good
team was really
team.
strong though.
Yeah.
Chaussette was playing really well, and AztraL was just like disrupting us the whole
Dunking
time.
everything,
and I got dunked straight into our net.
Oh,
by
yeah.
him. That was
Brutal.
very fun.
We were saying, though, that you fit in pretty well with the bricks, actually, Torment. We
Yeah.
didn't think you guys played that
They-
bad. It was just Chaussette was hitting bangers.
Yeah, we
Well
actually
done.
we had a really good start in that first game. We were up 2-0, and then we
Yeah.
just kind of fell apart
Couldn't
at the end.
hold on to it.
But yeah, they told me they're pretty hard to play with originally, so I guess to prepare for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
And
how.
they were. They
how he
definitely
does
were.
it.
Like they have like Cooks definitely has a unique play style and speed's really aggressive.
What would you say is
But I-
different about the way Kux plays?
Oh, is that in?
That is it.
Oh,
10
wow.
seconds left.
All right.
I'm not sure. I mean, it's just kind of like the rotations and stuff. It's not bad. Like it's unique.
Does he
Definitely
just
unique.
turn more?
Yeah,
on
I'd
the
say
ball?
so. Like the way he plays certain balls as well is just
Yeah.
different. But it's what makes him such a good player. I feel like he's hard to read from the other team's perspective
Yeah.
as well. Like we
And
played the bricks earlier, and
Oh yeah.
that was one of the problems we had. Like
Well,
reading Cooks.
We asked Turbo how, Torment, how you would go on the bricks, and he said it is a massive upgrade over a lot.
Massive.
He said huge.
Huge upgrade.
I feel like he's just saying that because it's Linus.
It's
but
like-
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a ball chaser would you say speed is?
I would give him like a solid 6 or 7.
6 or 7? I thought you.
I don't think he was too bad, like too bad to play with, to play around. But I'm used to that, I put him
Yeah.
in Gimmick. I would put him top 5, ball
So
chasers.
Gimmick is top 5 ball chasers.
Probably top 5 ball chasers. And Squishy's probably a good competitor for that as well.
Who
so.
else would you put in that top 5?
Wow,
ball
that's a tough
chasers?
question.
Here we go.
Do we have any?
It's
like,
always changing.
Do we have any like absolutely for sure?
Oh, number
members?
1. Wow, I don't
Who's
know.
like in the top 5 ball chasers guaranteed?
I haven't wrote up the list. I just threw Gimmick in there.
Gimmick. For
I'd say
sure.
Justin and Gimmick are similar tiers.
Yeah.
for sure.
What about AztraL?
AztraL's just like the EU Justin. He's
Yeah.
like turned into the EU Justin. Like it seems very similar play style. And
I
mechanics.
want to see that. This is content I didn't know that I wanted, but now I really want it, and that's Torment's top 5 ball chasers.
Let's do a ball chaser tier list.
Yeah. Oh my, that would be amazing.
That'd be some good stream
Tier list.
content.
That would be fantastic. We actually have JKnaps coming to join us. They've just finished a comeback win against Kaydop and Turbo, which must feel pretty good. The JKnaps is he's scooting his chair in. Yeah, well, how do you feel about that win? That must be
Oh,
a
it was
pretty
easy.
good one. Easy.
Trying to beat Turbo and everything this tournament. Me and Chicago were kind of throwing at the start. He was 50ing everything, and we just got pissed at each other and started doing good. So
Yeah, I was gonna ask how you guys adapted in the series because it looked like at the beginning there was that little bit of disconnect, and then you guys just turned it on, and then there was.
I
that
don't think we
clutch
even really did
50-50.
anything. We just Turbo kind of gave me that second goal. Chicago scored the 50 to win.
So you think
I think we
they
honestly
threw?
went with RNG, but
Absolute luck. Oh, dear.
Yeah, it happens. So that's all tied up now in the series. So 3v3 coming up. Do you think your boys can take it? Can they take down the
Yeah.
Chaussette, Ferra, AztraL lineup?
yeah, I think they can take the 3v3. But I feel like they're gonna
They're gonna
want to
pick the
do
1v1
1v1
again?
after that, and then we're kind of screwed. Because Fairy Peak's just too good at ones. Even though Crow beat him,
Yeah.
he just looks really good in ones. Yeah.
So yeah, then what do you think you guys are planning? Because are you confident in that rematch? Should it happen again?
A
in the
2v2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm confident. I think
Get
it'll
the
be close
RNG.
again, but
Yeah, so obviously, if you get that 1v1 matchup, Fairy's probably going to win it. So you'd say that this next 3v3 game is a must-win for your team?
if we lose, do they get the vote or?
No,
do we
you would get
it?
the vote.
You'll get the
If we
vote, but then
lose?
they
But then
get
they would get the
5.
last vote, so they could pick the 1v1 last.
So the
if they
1v1
win
is their
this, they
problem.
could
They
win
hold
it
all
in
the
game
cards,
5 of the
basically.
1v1. Yeah. So this is huge for
So
you
you
guys.
pretty much have to win this
Yeah.
game 3.
Okay. Okay.
Well, sounds like we have no faith in Squishy. If he's listening right
Squishy
now, his
doesn't have faith in
confidence is in the
himself.
ground.
He doesn't have faith in
is he
himself.
really?
No, he just didn't even want to play.
Do you think that's a problem if he doesn't have
Interesting.
faith in himself?
Against Ferry?
Yeah.
Do you need me to
I
pep
mean,
talk
it
him?
doesn't
Yeah, so
even
we need
matter
a
if you don't
coach.
have faith
Get
in
up there.
yourself.
But what happened?
Get him down
he
here.
beat Scrub, and he looked really good in that
Well,
matchup.
we were kind of coaching him during the
Yeah.
1v1 against Scrub. We just said air dribble bump everything, and that's
Yeah.
what he did
Seemed
for
like
like
what
the
he
first
did.
4 goals.
Yeah.
He air dribble
Yeah.
bumped him every time,
So-
and then if he did go for an air dribble, Scrub would think he's bumping, and he would just go for it
legit
with
air
it.
dribble.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good switch up.
Against Ferry, we didn't have any tips for him, so
You just
Okay,
don't know how to beat
So
him.
the same thing
Yeah.
didn't work against Ferry, or did you
he
not
didn't
try
try it. I don't think he tried it.
I tell him to try it, honestly.
I think Ferry's
I don't want to
kickoffs
lose.
are the reason
Live
like,
coaching
he won.
down
Like,
here.
Squishy was pissed off because he kept losing the kickoffs.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
well, yeah,
that's
because Crow did good against Ferry on kickoffs, got the win.
I got lucky
Squishy
that
did good against
Kaydop
Scrub,
threw
got
and
the
told him to
win.
play Batmobile.
Ferry did good against
That's
Squishy, got the win. Like, kickoffs are a big part of it, but we'll see
Especially
if that
ones, yeah.
continues to be the case.
Just ball chase.
Just ball
Yeah,
chase.
just go for the ball.
Yeah.
Just ball chase.
Yeah, just ball chase. It's key to
Just score the
everything.
Well,
ball.
you guys have got to like figure out what to do in that matchup.
I think
he
we're all
needs,
just
he
gonna
needs
get
the
behind
coaching.
Squishy. Like,
Yeah, hype
he
him
goes
up.
with he goes with the energy. Like
Yeah.
when he won against Scrub, it was all
Yeah.
because Rizzo and I were just screaming at him, and a lot was in the other room. We
Yeah.
were screaming
Yeah.
at each other. He wasn't even playing. So.
We talked about that, like with a lot obviously yelling at you
Yeah.
guys. Was
Yeah.
there like a little mental warfare there? Did it
It
affect you
was.
guys at all?
Yeah, it did. In the 3v3 especially.
Tilting?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh dear.
Yeah, well, we might get to see more of that later on. But only the top 2 teams from crew battles will make it into the grand final. So both of you guys right now, Team Squishy, Team Kaydop, with a win.
Whoever wins this goes
already.
to grand finals.
It could end up being a 3-way tie, and then it would go to win-loss. So it's not guaranteed, but yeah, a 3-1 win here would be huge, because that would put
Okay.
their win-loss worse. So this 3v3 could really be everything.
It really is the linchpin.
Yeah.
And
huge.
this team composition's interesting. What was there like a big team talk about who to put in the 3v3?
What was that?
Like the composition of the 3v3 is really interesting.
Of ours?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, why the switch? Because you did G2 3v3 last time, and now
It was
you've
really
broken
boring,
away from that.
and we lost, so it was embarrassing at the same time. So if we lose again, it's just like,
You don't want to risk
Yeah.
that.
Everything
especially like
goes.
when you play 6-mans with like your actual team, it's almost
Yeah.
It's
guaranteed a
worse,
loss
yeah.
every time. Like
100%.
Yeah, I feel
it
that.
just
It's
gets to
weird.
you. So,
Yeah, because you're supposed to win, so you have the extra pressure.
Yeah.
So now that's worked out pretty well for the 2v2. You guys coming out of there, and now it's Rizzo, and
Panda and
and Gimmick.
Gimmick.
Sounds like a very interesting team.
Very interesting.
Very
A
well-rounded,
lot
though,
of
I
different
think.
play styles.
Yeah, this is a really weird one.
Is it stronger than the French invasion?
Yeah, is it
The French threes team was very strong, and they're running the same lineup now, so they've already
I was
had
surprised
2
it
games.
wasn't Kaydop and
under their
Shotset.
belt,
That
so.
would have been like for 2s.
Yeah.
That would have been
Too much power
probably
on one
would've
side.
lost them,
Too much power.
Yeah.
Turbo's free low, so
Freelo, Turbo. Yeah, they were so confident because they won their other 2v2 matchup, but now you guys just slapped them. So maybe they're not going to try that again. Although they have to. They're stuck with it for this series.
Well, these two teams are the most EU and NA sided.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
there a bit
true.
of a grudge match there? Obviously, Kronovi got the edge over Ferry earlier on, and you just beat another EU 2s team. Is there a little bit of a rivalry
yeah.
for the top region? A little bit.
The top region. Did you just
Uh,
you used the top region?
I mean, obviously, yeah, obviously not top.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's technically on the bottom region because it's on the bottom of the Earth,
that is true.
right? Like just geographically, not like I wasn't.
100%, just geographically.
Yeah. That does hit jet lag pretty hard when you come from Australia to anywhere in the Northern Hemisphere. It's like imagine being a bat and you're hung upside down. That's how CJ feels right now.
Pretty
He's
much.
flipped
Um,
upside down.
Where am I?
Yeah.
In free
Am
training,
I
is-
asleep?
does the ball go like is gravity backwards?
Yes.
Does it go up to the ceiling?
Yes.
We keep on finding him off camera, just like, you know,
Hanging on the roof.
He's doing headstands and like grabbing his knees onto bars so you can just hang a little bit, get that feel.
It looks like we're jumping into this threes match here. Panda sitting in the middle in between his NA counterparts.
I'm really interested
Thank you,
to
JKnaps,
see
for hanging out with us.
Thank you, CJ.
Yeah, see you, JKnaps. I'm really interested to see how Rizzo and Panda kind of like play their roles around Gimmick, because obviously Gimmick's definitely gonna
Ball
be the
chase.
main aggressor, the
Yeah.
ball chase, like I said.
Oh,
Top
there you
5.
go.
It kind of worked already. Looks
Yeah.
like Panda's the second man coming in to clean it
Yeah,
up.
look at that. Gimmick just drives into the ball, and then he continues driving into
And
the
then
ball.
he bumps someone,
and
and
then
then
probably
ball's
accidentally
in.
bumps Shotset. Just a brilliant play all around by Gimmick.
Always calculated with Gimmick.
So when Gimmick's coming around the corner like that, how confident are you that he'll center it, that he'll get the ball middle?
I go there every time because there's a good chance. I mean, obviously not 100% success rate, but it's very likely he'll get it around at least 1 or 2 and give you a chance to 50 it or score it, obviously.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Gimmick's definitely I'd say he's one of the best at just like beating people in general, like beating people to the ball and beating people on challenges.
And
and
what's it like having your teammate where it seems like if you just throw the ball up anywhere on the field, he's following it straight away?
Oh, it's pretty great. It's like a third man's dream.
Dude, how often will you say, or you'll apologize for a bad pass in comms, and then Gimmick's like, no, it's fine, and just score it.
No,
still got
a lot. I'm like, I just boomed that to Mars, and then he's like, no, I got it.
It's fine.
I'm like, okay.
Oh,
And
that?
oh,
so close.
that's finished though, right?
Oh.
How?
Okay.
Flashbacks to the later series where Shawsat saved everything.
Well, so everybody's got to be paying close attention to this one because we are explaining why this is such a big game for Team Squishy. They really need this win, or else Game 5 will be a nightmare 1v1 situation for them.
And
no one has faith in Squishy though.
well, talking to JKnaps, he's
JKnaps
already
is
lost.
saying,
He's
JKnaps
already
saying
lost.
the problem is Squishy doesn't
Yeah,
have faith in
that's
himself. Is that ever how much of a problem is that in Rocket League where you just don't believe that you can win?
I've never seen a moment where Squishy didn't believe we could win something, so I don't know.
Yes,
Maybe he's just not confident.
1v1
in
is
general.
the high pressure mode though. I've heard him say that that's the only time he ever got nervous playing Rocket League was in 12 Titans 1v1.
Yeah, ones is
It's
definitely a lot more
understandable.
pressure because you know it's all on you. Like
Yeah.
every mistake is.
It is best of
gotta be you.
one.
Maybe
technically.
Squishy needs Torment. That's his that's his base that
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
Someone could
confident.
sub in, I'll get up there.
In your 1000th day together as teammates.
Exactly.
Now he's
Yep.
missing you.
He needs that support emotionally.
I'm like I'm literally the hard carry in terms of that mental aspect.
Carry the mentality.
Yep.
Now,
So-
Crow, I was talking before with Rogue. We were just it panned to you guys in the playroom upstairs, and obviously you sit on the end. And I've always wondered because like a lot of people see he's the captain of Rogue, but obviously we said is Wonder just the daddy of the team? Is that why he sits in the middle? What is it actually that Wonder sits in the middle? I've always wondered.
Well, Wonder was
You've
like
always wondered.
the team captain already.
Yeah, I've always wondered.
Oh my.
Oh,
All
great
right, get off
puns.
the
What?
Leave.
That's never again. But no, Wonder was like already the captain
Okay.
of the team, and I just got brought on.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to like disrupt any
Disrupt
of
that,
that.
of
And he basically does look like he could be AJ's grandfather. So
It's
so
like the fruity
it's
shot.
fitting. Yeah, it's exactly that.
Yeah.
I've actually forgotten who sits in the middle for Cloud9. Is it you? or
It's me. Yeah.
You, yeah.
Exactly. You're the.
It's
you're
funny
the
because it wasn't
linchpin.
even like
You're the
I
glue,
decided
yeah.
to sit in the middle. It was like they just didn't want to sit in the middle so bad that I took it. I
Yeah.
got voted into the middle basically.
I think Squishy knows that those cameras are like on the end, and he was
Oh,
sat
yeah.
closest to that one.
Funnily enough,
Wow.
that's actually the first event we played together. That was the
Oh
reason-
my
demos.
goodness.
That was the reasoning that he sat like where he did because he
Was
didn't
it closest
like
to the
being on the
camera?
camera.
To be
Oh,
far
further
away.
To be
away.
further
Oh,
away. Yeah, that was at DreamHack Atlanta, I remember.
Oh, right.
And it just
yeah.
kind of stuck to that. I don't think he cares anymore, but that was back when like the Squishy face reveal days.
Oh,
like, that
yeah.
was his face
that
reveal
face
as well.
reveal
So
of the
The Muffin
tournament.
Men.
maybe it was a little nervous, a little shy.
Yeah.
You guys won that event.
We did. Yeah,
Hell
Squishy's
yeah.
face reveal.
That was right after picking up Gimmick as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were playing with Gimmick for a few months in like small things, and then that was our first big tourney.
I was the start of like the C-Dot, and you guys winning tournaments. I remember that photo
Oh,
of the
yeah.
Muffin Men. And Squishy was just like, just like threw his hands up. It was like, woo.
Yeah, we were the
We
most
won.
unenthusiastic team
Yeah.
to ever win a tournament.
And that's just that
Hands
trend's
down.
continued. Just,
Yeah, I remember we held the trophy and we had like limp arms.
yeah.
And, like we didn't look like we wanted to be there.
Well, it's a winning formula, so you've stuck to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, how important is it for you guys to win this? Because you, of course, won Season 6, you won DreamHack Atlanta, and DreamHack Valencia didn't go as well, the World Championships didn't go as well. Is this like a really big deal for you guys to make a good, deep run?
It'd be pretty nice to win, or at least win one of the events before next season starts,
Yeah.
just for like a confidence thing. Or at least get some good runs, better than like a top 8 finish. At least now we're guaranteed not last.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
That's
nice.
true.
But yeah, win would be really nice, at least here in Montreal, going into next season for sure.
I've always noticed with you guys, Torment, between games, especially like if you lose, it's pretty silent. Like, is there any communication between games if you're down in a series, stuff like that, or is it more, let's just reset as soon as the
Great
kickoff
pass.
happens?
Oh, that's a banger.
What?
How does it stay out?
Oh
What?
wow. I would say if there's some, I don't know. Sometimes we just like take a minute to just like mentally reset, basically, like kind
individually,
of not annoy each other. Especially, it could be annoying sometimes, like if you're like trying to fix something and after you just got beat like 8 million to 1 in a game. So
you guys, of course, lost 7-1 in the first game against the Bricks.
That was the worst game we've ever played.
what are you guys saying after that? Because obviously you came back really strong and were shutting them out pretty easily.
I basically said like that happens a lot. Like where like a team will destroy another team, and then you'll just go back to a normal series, or the next team, like the team that just got destroyed, will destroy them back. Yeah. And it's just like Rocket can be so random sometimes, especially when you get an unlucky bad start.
We saw that with the Bricks as well when they scored 10 goals or something in their. Was it in the?
Dignitas. It was for top 6.
Cook scored like 7 goals and they lost the series.
They won 10-1 and then they lost 1-0 in the next game or something.
Yeah, it's
like
that happens
overall in aggregate, they dominated the series, but they lost comfortably on series score.
It was like 15 goals to 4.
Yeah,
best of 5, and they lost.
Yeah, they lost.
Remember, moments like that is definitely the best way to like come back from getting demolished.
So you just know, okay, this
happens. You know it's kind of a fluke. You basically just consider it.
Like I guess it's like, well, this can't get any worse, so let's just reset.
Yeah, I remember we actually said that. Like, literally couldn't get worse than this. Yeah. So after we won the next 2,
so the worst fears of Team Squishy have been realized, and they have just lost the 3v3 to the Baguette squad.
It seems like the Baguette squad is really strong though.
Oh yeah.
Three's team is 3-0 at the moment.
Yeah, they're playing pretty well.
It was a really close set, and they just could not get the ball in the net. They had 3 players on the goal line, and the ball would like bounce around in the box. No one was really there to shoot it. There's somebody in the way, and then it would just spill out somewhere, and they would get counterattacked. And
sometimes it's hard that you just feel like, oh, it's just not our game. Like the ball is on their goal line, and it's this close to going in, and it hasn't gone in. Maybe it's just not supposed to be. It's only a best of 1, so now Team Squishy will have the pick of what matchup
have to
have
see
next.
the 2v2.
It's got to be the 2.
It's got to be the 2v2, yeah. But that's rough. You've got to go against Kaydop in 2s. So.
Because that was pretty, as JKnaps said, that was pretty RNG that win. That was a 50-50 goal. And
or are they going to want to do 3s again? Because it looks like there's a lot of discussion here. Maybe they're saying, nah, we're going to beat them this time. Because there's 3v3 is the game mode. Everybody here plays 3s.
Headset's going back on.
Everybody here plays 3s.
The run back.
So the salty run back.
Yeah. They're like, nah, we'll beat them this time. They got lucky. Did you not see how many times
that's
the ball's
literally what we did,
line?
and we got beat worse last year.
That's what we said with you guys. It's like, you're too stubborn to
we were like,
you're the worst team. Like,
Cooks was like, we're playing again. And we're just like, all right.
Because if you swap, you're admitting that you're a worse team. It's like, no Rocket League
like
pro wants
Crow
to
might have won his 1v1, but we're like, nah, we got to win this.
For the ego.
For the ego, exactly.
Yeah.
And then it just got crushed even more.
So this might not even reach the 1v1 if Team Kaydop's 3v3 team just continue winning. They've already won 3 times.
If they get 4 wins, that'll be really dominating.
That's
for
impressive.
Just a 6-man team.
At the same time, maybe Squishy's gone, you guys play again, so I don't have to play the 1v1 against Ferry. Just go and lose for me, please. Get this series over and done with.
I feel like this increases AztraL's value as a player significantly, because everybody's wondering, like, okay, yeah, he's doing well with Dignitas today, but is that, him just getting carried, or they're letting him take control of the show? Like, is he actually good solo? Well, it seems like he's pretty good at fitting in with these guys too.
The crew battle's a great place to prove your individual worth, I guess, and how flexible you are. Because it's kind of like a big 6-man with a proper format.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, he is not making anywhere near as many defensive, like slight mispositionings like he did in the normal 3v3 earlier.
He seems like a player.
Thinking about it too much, maybe.
Yeah.
With his actual team.
That pressure's off a little bit for him.
Kind of reminds me of Justin when he first came on the scene. Like, he knew how good he was, like especially energy when he picked him up fresh out of the RLRS, and he just needed some like fine-tuning, I guess, getting used to it, and then he just becomes a really strong player. So we could definitely see that with AztraL.
He's a highlight reel player. Like, he's always got to score those great goals. It's more, making
him to find the right teammates to bring him to the top.
They're looking very good right now.
So Team Kaydop is calming in French, right?
Oh, yes, they are.
I feel like that's actually probably helps them a lot.
Yeah, like Ferra and Chaussette have to speak English because Fruity on frontline, their usual teammate, doesn't speak French. But AztraL does, so now they are all speaking French.
Clearly, Fruity just needs to buy French
Seems like it's
classes.
helping this energy.
Yeah, he needs to buy some French lessons.
Yeah, Turbo's the only player on this 6-man team that can't speak French. I heard earlier over there that Kaydop was trying to teach him some French words, actually.
He said they started coming in French and he forgot the words, so they had to go back to English. But you don't really think about that with these French players, trying to comment in English. Like, that's just another thing you've got to think about, because obviously it's not their fluent, first language.
Yeah, that probably hurts just like definitely the mental aspect and trying to focus on the game.
Because I know talking to Cooks, like back in the day, he was saying that these EU teams do comm less because it's harder to focus on your mechanics and your gameplay. And when you've got like Frenchmen trying to talk English as well as like comm all the time,
it's
that's
usually
it's
a more difficult language to learn. Like the combination of English and French is not actually easy at all. Even though it's weird. In all the schools, in the UK at least, French is like taught as a third language, and it's so hard to learn compared to some other Mediterranean languages. Spanish, I feel, is so much easier, but yeah, French is always trying to get forced on students. It just never gets picked up easily. So these guys are having a hard time.
It does sound nice though, doesn't it? French.
Yeah, it's a good language.
It sounds superior to us. Like as soon as Kaydop's talking to your set next to me in French, I'm like, okay, I'm a lesser being. This sounds smart.
You're not worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like old Dignitas roster was like mainly Panda comms and just Kaydop saying like, you know, the small things he needed to.
Yeah,
I got it. Yeah.
Middle, I have.
Middle, I have, and you. Yeah, that's all I ever hear him say. But that might be why the French players are so good in. Well, I feel like it's half language and half the mentality aspect because they dominate ranked in 2v2. Because everybody kind of mains 2v2 in ranked, and it's all French players at the top of the ladder because they just never give up. They seem untiltable. And then they're probably all just playing together and speaking French in the zone.
Yeah, when you can queue against your other friends, you know, it's not as bad when you lose.
And I guess like play like Kaydop, he'd rely less on the comms and more about his, you know, just awareness and general game knowledge in terms of, you know, he doesn't need, you know, Turbo to tell him where he is because he's always, you know, thinking about that.
Yeah, it's kind of like their lack of ability to comm kind of forced them to not have any crutches. Which is a weakness.
It's like when you lose one sense, the other's heightened sort of thing.
So they've lost their sense of
talk.
Oh my.
Yeah.
This is brutal. Team Squishy have had so many goal line shots that are just not going in. It's refusing to cross the line.
I think the common denominator on all these near goals has been Chaussette. It seems like he's always the one there making the annoying touch where it can't be followed up, and
I'd nearly say he's one of the best goal line like defenders in the world. Probably if not the best.
I was about to say that. I feel like for the player that played against, he's probably one of the strongest to, you know, try to shoot on
pre-jumps
defense. Yeah, he has just really strong reads.
And I'd say that
he was one of the main reasons, like on defense and offense, but like defense as well. Like we lost to them in Valencia when they reverse swept us. He was just making so many saves that were like baffling to me, honestly. I really thought we were gonna get way more goals than we did, and it was just like Chaussette's there.
That's so frustrating too. He hit like a top corner shot, you think yes, and then he's like off the roof,
just comes out of nowhere.
It as well.
He just shoots it in your net,
and then he's dribbling.
Then he quick chats you.
Was he quick chat?
No, but that would make it worse.
Imagine if Chaussette had quick chat in his game.
Yeah,
he did that to me once in Vegas. I don't know. It might have been an accident.
What did he say?
He said close one after they scored.
Oh, that's got to be a text.
I thought it was.
Can we get this post to Reddit?
I would have saved him after we scored back.
Actually, I do remember demoing him and he just spammed wow the whole time. So maybe he's a little bit more toxic than, you know, the quiet Frenchman.
Well, looking like Kaydop are just going to take this series. No more 1v1 punishment for Squishy. That's the silver lining. But the massive cloud is that they have just lost 3-1.
I think people are going to stop challenging this.
Nobody's going to 3v3 this team again.
I mean, they're strong. It seems like all their teams are really strong. It's like they really have no weaknesses.
It's just unfair, isn't it? Really?
What captains let this happen? Honestly, they all speak the same language. They're all like the best players.
It's like Kaydop had the first 5 picks.
There you go. It's 3-1. Team Kaydop take down Team Squishy, and that will put Team Squishy on 1 win and 1 loss. Team Kaydop top of the pack with 2 wins and no losses.
They didn't break a sweat.
All smiles. I really want to see the faces of Team Squishy, who just went back in there in a rage. They're like, no, we will beat them this time. And it didn't really work out.
There they are.
Rizzo's in shock right now.
Again, wait, we're out of games?
He's going on.
I think Team Squishy was pretty confident.
They're like running back
again. I think they were pretty confident going into this. You know, the first game.
Just have a king of the hill with the Baguette squad.
I think I see a blue reflection on Rizzo's face, so he's probably on Twitter just checking to see if anybody's roasting him for that series.
It was like a lot last series. He's like, a lot. I'm not mad.
Yeah, a lot came downstairs after losing to Rizzo, Chicago, and JKnaps and said, these guys are taking this so seriously, and they're getting so mad when we're just trying to have fun with them. And then Rizzo comes downstairs and yells, I'm not mad. Top of his lungs.
He sounded pretty mad.
Yeah, he sounds pretty mad. And now they're just all joking around. Definitely a good time up there. I'd love to see the middle window between these two rooms being opened up so that we could have more trash talk through the middle.
Yeah, you can see it right there. The blinds are currently closed.
Yeah, my 1v1, I kept looking at the window because I wanted to like eyeball Ferry, but I just kept seeing blinds. I was like, I wanted to ask to open it up just so I could like stare at him, you know, like after a goal scored.
I'll open it for you.
There you go.
When you're playing.
Just
and
like
then
right
when he
after
scores, I'll close it.
Pop it up when you score. Yeah.
Yeah, intimidation.
Which team have the blinds on their side?
I
to
actually
control.
don't know.
That's a huge advantage. That you have
can't
to
tell.
When you score, you open it up. And then when they score, you close it.
Wow, that's huge. So, like this is right after 5 seconds in to the rematch. Panda just whiffs, and you're 1-0 down. And then Gimmick with a terrible clear.
Those are the only 2 goals of the entire game.
So huge mistakes.
Just held on for 4 minutes. Those are always the worst, where you just can't score for 4 minutes and they just shut you down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they held on by a thread too.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple goal line, like just save some shots.
A couple, it was like 30 million.
Crossbars. Yeah, a couple was a bit of an under-exaggeration, not going to lie.
So.
The Turbo just walked by sheepishly.
Yeah, he just walked by.
Staring
pretty
at
much
us
with
now.
like, wow, that was easy.
His team
we can't show that on Twitch, thankfully.
What he just did is definitely not suitable for all audiences.
That was inappropriate.
But yeah, he's going to be happy with those teams performing, despite the fact that him and Kaydop lost in comeback.
And he's like, yeah, it's all me.
Yeah.
The French players have him on his back.
But
all 5 of them.
who do they still have to play? They've already played against Team Squishy and Team Kuxir,
Team
right?
Justin.
So it's Team Justin are the last hope for
Scrub vs. Ferry.
Everybody that isn't French.
And next is me and Crow on Team Kuxir.
Yeah, you guys are going to be taking on Team Justin, right? Or yes.
The 0-1 teams.
Yes.
Yes. So are you confident about that match? Because Justin, earlier on, they sent out Scrub for the 1v1. So, Crow, how are you feeling about that potential
I actually don't know what our lineup is.
I don't know what our lineup is. I don't know if...
Cooks.
I think it's between either me or Speed going in the 1v1.
Oh, Speed possibly. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what
and
he
then
wants
maybe
to
they're
do.
going to mix things up. It could be Scrub, could be AyyJayy. So you never know.
Yeah, AyyJay's great at 1.
Yeah,
I mean, they could send Fruity in.
Fruity versus Speed for 1.
Fruity's a great ones player.
Can we just like not watch that?
That would be a yelling
Speed would
match
love
for
to play against Fruity
for sure.
He would love that. I don't know if we have
I
anybody
think we
coming
might
over
be getting
for
AztraL in here.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Here we go.
Almost.
Congratulations to AztraL. That's 4 wins in 4 games in 3v3.
Easy.
Easy?
Easy, of
Really
course.
Is that how it feels to go
That's
undefeated?
everybody's answer.
When you win the first game against a team, do you expect them to say rematch?
No. No, we were like, yeah, they're going to choose like 1s or 2s again. And then, no, we're going to rematch. Okay, sure.
Yeah? Easy games? Yeah.
Very easy.
So what is it like playing with Chaussette and Ferra?
I'm not going to say weird, but I need to be used to it. But like we can speak French.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of the same as Fruity, so, they can adapt it.
What do you say you and Fruity have in common? What are the same things about you guys?
Ball chase.
Yeah.
Like ball chase. I didn't pre-jump, but normally I'm used to pre-jump.
Yeah, yeah. And like you're both pretty fast, like very aerial focused. So that's good.
Yeah.
But okay, so the French helps out.
Yeah, really.
Like, do you guys come more?
I think Ferra said it. Like we can say more information.
Yeah,
in French, so we can be more set up in the field with that.
So, and in terms of pressure, do you feel it's very relaxed? Like, are you just chilling? Is that more? Is it more relaxing than the Dignitas 3v3s?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because you guys, you seem like you yourself are just chilling, just having a great time.
I'm just chilling.
No mistakes. It's just easy. Easy game.
Easy game.
So Panda said that you're the most mechanical player in the world.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Where is he?
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Oh,
there it is.
Oh, I like it. Who else? Who else do you think has really cool mechanics, really great mechanics?
I mean, Squishy, Justin, and in EU, I'm gonna. Who is?
CJ.
Oh my!
Oh wow!
Whoa!
But yeah, Squishy, Justin, Chicago, Fairy Peak.
Oh yeah. He doesn't know the question. He didn't hear the question.
Mechanical.
It's
good.
Yeah. So they're your or Fairy Peak's your only rival in Europe for mechanics then? No one else?
Yes.
No one else.
Just
only Fairy.
In ones.
In ones.
And twos.
And two.
And threes.
Yeah.
It's everything.
So not 4s.
So everything, yeah.
Not chaos.
Yeah. Are you guys
Can't touch
gonna 3-0
chaos.
this? Because you have to play against Team Justin. later. Justin has
there
himself.
is a lot in the team.
Scrub.
There's been a lot of abuse towards a lot.
We need to get bullied this whole weekend.
Quick 3-0.
It's only day 1.
Quick 3-0. Yeah.
Of course.
Of course. There you go. So Kaydop's team going to the grand finals. Who do you think will meet you in the grand finals? Because it's top 2 in the league. Our grand finals.
Do Squishy's team can be in final? Yeah,
Yeah,
they can.
yeah.
Probably Squishy's team.
Squishy's team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So win that again.
Do you think they'll send out the same teams against you? Do you think they'll use Squishy in the 1v1, or will he try and do something different?
I don't know.
No?
We will see.
We'll see. Yeah. Well,
you
it's
go.
definitely looking pretty good for you guys right now.
Yup.
Team France.
It's unfair,
Looking
isn't it?
dominant.
This French team, it is unfair. I can't believe this has been let
I
slide.
can't believe this
Why
is
are we
happening.
doing
Can we
this?
get a
Should've been in
revote
the
or a
rules.
redraft or
Yeah.
something?
It's amazing.
I don't think the captain's put as
But
much
how,
thought
how
into
do you
it.
feel about Turbo being in your team? Because he's the only person who doesn't speak
I mean,
French.
he lost the twos game, so
Yeah, he's just not
He's
pulling
dead
his
weight,
weight.
honestly.
we need to
Dead
switch
weight.
probably.
Yeah. So
We need a
you,
new Frenchie, but
nobody else?
No.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. So at least you've got like future plans now. Because if Dignitas doesn't work out, you could just be like, hey, Chaussette
I
Ferra.
don't know.
Hey, yeah.
Undefeated.
Don't wait for to hear you say that.
We will see with Fruity
Yeah.
if we do well.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. I'm gonna stay with Dig, do the season, see how it goes, and see after.
Yeah, it's going pretty good right now. Are you guys confident in the 3v3 with Dig to go all the way?
After the games versus Vitality, of course, yeah. We will see tomorrow. But yeah, we're pretty
Were
confident.
you surprised by that win against Vitality?
Of course.
Yeah. So
We
you
were
weren't
like,
expecting
we're gonna
that?
probably lose versus Vitality.
Oh, really?
And try to win against G2 or NRG.
Oh, wow.
So
Well, there
There
you go.
Yeah.
It seems like you guys do better when the pressure's off. Because if you think you're going to lose, then maybe
Yeah.
you'll do better. But hey, congrats on the wins in
Thanks.
the Dignitas 3v3 and in the crew battles. We're going to be going to a short break, but this has been the CJ, Kronovi, Torment, Johnny Boy, and AztraL show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We'll be right back after these short breaks.
Welcome back to the Rocket League Summit. We got some new faces on the couch. Fairy Peak, Chicago guys, welcome to the couch.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me, James.
Yeah, and Turtle, everyone knows him, you know.
No, they
so.
don't. They
Yeah,
don't.
come on.
They
Are you changing your name to Isaac App? Is that the thing?
It's whatever, man.
It's too late.
You're
You're
too
Turtle.
late. Okay.
You're Turtle
I guess
forever.
I'm just stuck.
Unlucky.
Yeah. But, you know, we've been watching crew battles so far. Seems like the French team, pretty dominant.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we can speak in French, so
Is that
Does
helping?
it really help? Do you
Yeah.
think it really helps?
yeah, that adds another synergy. You know? Like, you can speak more freely.
So, like, what kind of situations are you limited in English that you weren't in French?
Like, we are not really limited in like English. That's just because like it's more fluent.
Mhm.
So like
Faster,
when we
maybe?
are, like when we have something important to say, like something more longer, it's
Mhm.
like easier to speak in French because you can like speak really faster.
Yeah, and you don't have to think about it.
Yeah,
It's just boom.
like it's
Yeah.
just right.
Yeah, and that seems like it's working well for you guys.
It's good.
Yeah, so lining it up here, we have Team Justin versus Team Kuxir. Both of these teams, I think, are looking for their first win.
Yeah.
They're looking for their first win, and so now they're going to have to decide who to send out. And, I mean, we're expecting Scrub Killa probably on the 1v1,
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
But I was still surprised, though, the Squishy and Scrub Killa. Squishy took away that 1v1. And I honestly did not expect that at all. I mean, Scrub Killa is so dominant, especially in the ones field. But Squishy managed to pull a win.
Yeah, what do you think it is, Ferry? I mean, we saw earlier Crow was able to take you down. What's different? Is it just the best of one nature of this that you think, you know, is kind of surprising us?
I mean, like 1v1 is like in best of one. It's hard to tell who's gonna win because like you can score 2 kickoff goal and then like the game is just not
Mhm.
over. But it's like
It's a
hard
hill
to
to climb.
get back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hard.
So like I think 1v1 is probably the most like random, not random, but like you understand.
You just have to have things go your way
yeah,
sometimes.
like if you score 2 kickoff goal
Yeah.
at the start of the game, you're
Because
really
I think Kronovi had about 3 kickoff goals
Yeah.
on you, and I don't know if you got one in that series.
No,
or
I
in that
didn't
game.
get one. I won some, but he like
Was able to
just
get back.
scored like 3 kickoff goals. So yeah, and he played good too. So
Yeah.
it was hard to play.
So if you're the captain of Team Kuxir, who are you sending out for once?
I mean, I think I'm sending Kronovi again.
Yeah. Just do it. Keep running it.
Yeah, he's good. Like I don't know if he play a lot of ones. Like sometimes I watch his stream, he's playing sometimes ones, but I think he's the best ones player. Maybe Kuxir, but like Kuxir didn't play for a long time,
Mhm.
so I don't know.
Yeah, and Kronovi, he has a lot of. I haven't really seen him play as much lately once, but he has a lot of time under his belt. What do you think Or I mean, looking at these guys, which team do you think is the favorite going into it? Chicago. We'll
Definitely Team Justin because, I mean, you always got to pick Scrub for ones, and then that twos team is just kind of scary because just twos is basically just mechanics. It's 2 1v1s, so when you're going against AyyJayy and Justin, that's got to be pretty scary. And then their threes team is solid as well, so I don't really see any like holes in that team.
Yeah, and then Kuxir, obviously, you'd expect him to run out with threes with his teammate Speed.
Yeah.
And then maybe Yukeo. I wonder what he'll do there. But these guys getting set up right now.
It's always fun to see Yukeo bring his keyboard and his mouse. He's just lugging it through all the way upstairs.
Do you remember? You remember there was that one clip of Dignitas? Yeah, Dignitas. Or I think or was it Flipside or Dignitas?
No, it was
because they were getting up.
It was Yukeo's first tournament. And they lost, and then Panda and Turbo got their stuff, and then
they unplug their controllers and leave.
Yukeo was just like, "Give me a second, guys."
They just leave him there,
and then he just was there for a bit.
The struggles of Fruity and Yukeo. Man.
I mean, it's keyboard and mouse. No one uses that stuff, so they have to deal with the trouble of that.
I definitely think Justin's team, though, like you said, Chicago, they don't have a lot of holes here. But Kuxir, they're kind of like the surprise team right now. And Wonder, I still think he's had a bad rap, okay? I'm still going with Wonder. He's going to come through.
Well, they had, one game?
Yeah.
They had one game to show. And you can have a bad game.
Yeah.
So it's just, he gets another shot here. We'll see, was it a fluke or, was it just twos? And also there's the opportunity, if they decide not to go with Kronovi with ones, what I was saying is they can have Kronovi and Wonder play either twos or threes and take the synergy there because, I mean, Scrub Killa is going to be a tough person to beat. Maybe you just take the L. Maybe you just take the L in ones or, gamble and hope that whoever you pick that's not Kronovi goes out and gets the win and then use Kronovi to get that synergy out of Wonder.
And I actually heard them talking with Speed that they might send him out for the 1v1s because you were saying he doesn't play it a lot, but if he did.
Have you played Speed in ones before?
I don't think I ever played Speed in 1v1.
He was bragging out here like he does it all the time.
I mean, I never saw him. So.
Really?
So have you played any of the guys on ones? Maybe I'm sure you played Kuxir.
Yeah, I played Kuxir, Kronovi. I played Yukeo sometimes.
How's he in ones?
He have a weird play style in ones. So he's clone, not a ones player.
So probably not the best pick to go up against Scrub.
No, I really don't think. AyyJayy, I think I played him one time. I don't know about GarettG and Scrub, of course, I played him a lot. But I think the most important thing for Kux team is winning 1v1, because if they lose 1v1, then they're in big trouble for the next match.
Yeah. So it's pretty much you have to pick Kronovi.
I think they really have to pick Kronovi.
Yeah. But I would love to see Kux maybe get involved too, because I think back to the previous tournaments, I loved the Gold Rush.
I think about the first one with Rizzo and Kux.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, Kux. I don't think he's been playing as much ones, but I love watching him play ones.
I mean, you got to forget, though, they have the a lot factor, right, Chicago? A lot was screaming at you guys.
And we have a development. They actually sent out AyyJayy for one. So AyyJayy and Crow going up in 1v1.
Okay.
It's a civil war, a rogue civil war.
AyyJayy and Dominus, too. That means he's on a different play style than his normal ones play style. He's going to be a lot more flashy.
The dunk! Get it! He got it!
That's got to be the most Kronovi goal I've ever seen in my life.
What do you think about this one, Barry?
I don't think about this one.
The way he flipped his car after it still got the contest. What?
So you think that was a beautiful goal, right?
I don't think about this.
Kickoffs.
Man.
Kickoffs can bite you. So what even happened here? It looks like
I think Kronovi missed his first flip.
Yeah, I don't even know if he hit it.
Yeah, I think he jumped and then didn't flip.
Yeah. So by the time he tried to flip,
yeah,
he just wasn't going to land.
Maybe he just felt bad about the other goal and was like, you know what, let's even it back.
He's a good guy.
And a kickoff win for AyyJayy.
Yeah.
Oh, delayed. He fakes the flick here and just dribbles it past.
Look at the possession, keeping it constantly on top of his car. And then he got a little bit of a wave dash almost there.
You saw Kronovi was wrapping around the back of the net. He was expecting the flick to come. AyyJayy just dazzled him.
I mean, Kronovi have good kickoff when he don't miss the ball.
Yeah, he definitely had a good kickoff against you. We did notice that. And again, off kickoff, keeping that momentum.
That placement on that first shot.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Really good.
And Kronovi, a player we've seen so useful with his boost. He can constantly rotate around every single pad. He doesn't even need his corner boost or these full boost pads. Even on 0, he's still effective everywhere on the field.
Yeah, he's smart with his boost management. Like, he don't use boost for nothing.
Yeah.
And he also seemed like he, was a little bit hard to predict. Sometimes instead of going for boost, he'll try to get in your face, go for bumps.
Yeah, when you think you have no boost, he just like cut and shoot. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, where did you get that?
That's what make like one player like different. Like sometimes they just go for a stupid play, but like that works because you don't like.
Yeah, it's doing what they don't expect, right? Yeah. Catching them off guard. Chicago, how much ones have you played?
I have not touched ones in the past 3 seasons. So I'm just learning right now. I hate
taking notes real quick.
Yeah.
And it looked like AyyJayy actually drove under Kronovi there as well to mess up his recovery.
Well, actually, for our team, we're mixing it up every time, so I'm pretty sure I'm playing ones.
You're going to play ones?
Oh,
baby.
So I hope they don't.
We're going to rip
Maybe
you
you're
up.
secretly a ones legend.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's how ones work.
I'm just taking the bullet for my team. I'm taking the bullet.
You're taking
they can get the 2s wins because I think Gimmick and Squishy, there's their C9 synergy, and then put Panda with JKnaps and Rizzo. I think we're good. So I'm just there to be.
Okay, so you need to, so we're going to be asking you, what did you learn?
Yeah.
Like, okay. Perfect.
Yeah, I'm going to come back down here after getting 10-0'd and be like, well, not enough.
You're the relatable player in this instance. Yeah. Everybody at home is going to be taking notes.
Flip reset.
Oh.
I mean, that would be good in 2s or 3s.
Yeah.
Chicago, you played 2s and 3s. Which one did you prefer more?
3s. I used to be, when I was like about a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, before I was really an RLCS player, I played a lot of 2s. And I kind of stopped about 6 months ago. So when me and JKnaps played that game, JKnaps was kind of yelling at me because I was playing it the wrong way. Because I would keep hitting out the ball off the backboard and put him in a 1v1. So I don't really know what to do, but
just screaming at you.
Yeah, my come up in Rocket League was definitely through 2s, because it's just a lot more fun. Like
you have the space to go for crazy stuff like flicks and ceiling shots and flip resets without having to worry about
you have
completely losing the game because your teammate can be back. Air dribble. So Kronovi, a couple, interesting tactics. You don't see much of air dribbling in ones.
Yeah, the crazy thing to me about Kronovi is how, even since the beginning of the game, he adapts to the mechanics every season.
Yeah.
So that's like the main impressive factor.
He's never been like really far behind the point where it's noticeable at all.
Yeah, he's been around for quite some time. Ferry, you as well.
What?
Very historied in Rocket League. Just been playing for a long time at the top.
Yeah, I mean, I got my PC on like June 2016.
And you started playing Rocket League right away?
No, I played on PS4 before.
Okay.
I played on PS4 for like 1 year. Then I got my PC and I joined Ferra and Breaker like July 2016.
Whoa!
It's good play.
And I was just criticizing Kronovi. Well, not really criticizing, just saying you don't see much of air dribbling. That time, Kronovi making it work.
The placement, crossbar down.
And I mean, I don't watch, I'll admit, I don't watch a ton of ones, right? There's not that much ones content out there that you can really consume. Johnny Boy does a great job of it.
Yeah.
But Ferry, maybe you can talk a little bit about how common air dribbling is. Is it generally that good? Like we now see AyyJayy going for air dribble and it worked out.
The bad thing, I guess, for air dribble is like, if you don't know dribble and it's saved, most of the time we will run out of boost. And like the opponent, if he have a good save, like a good save from the back wall or pinch or anything.
So it's like an all-in strategy.
Most of the time it's an all-in strategy. Like if you do it really good and you know your opponent don't have a lot of boost, you can do it because, like, you know, like even if you're gonna save it, you can like take the ball after. But like if you have like 40, 50 boost and you know your opponent still have some boost, if you miss most of the time it's a goal. So personally, I almost never use it.
Yeah, because it's just too high risk.
Yeah, it's too risky.
And now AyyJayy on the other end, you could see just dunking out Kronovi. And Kronovi That's the nature of ones. If you commit and your team and you save that ball and it's rolling towards the other net, it's game over.
Yeah, like the most important thing in 1v1 is like to be able to shoot the ball and recover from that shot, so like you can continue the offense. Like if you can shoot the ball one time, it will be a really good shot, but you can't follow anything behind. It's stupid because like.
Yeah, it's thinking about not only the shot but where you're going to be after the shot.
Yeah, like if you can shoot and recover and reshoot and recover and reshoot, then one time you're gonna score it because you're gonna boost up the opponent.
Yeah,
like
and we see it here. Kronovi just testing this. You see him launching that in, and he has the recovery exactly like you were saying.
Like you can shoot even a bad thing because it's 1v1. He's gonna force the opponent to like put the ball on the right of the or left.
Yeah,
and then you can take the boost. Just take your time, reshoot, and then he's gonna have to save it again. And if you do it really good, like they can, like sometimes I do that for like 1 minute.
Yeah, so it's you just sitting there planking in soft shots and you keep saving until you finally get one by.
Yeah, that's all once worth.
It's just patience,
like,
really.
Yeah. Like even if you score 1 goal in 2 minutes.
And then you get kickoff scored.
Yeah. That's a bad thing.
Pro has to get back. That flick off the crossbar. AyyJayy just, he was baiting in Kronovi.
I didn't even expect AyyJayy to be an option for 1v1 personally. I was not seeing this coming, but he is really bringing it to Kronovi and pulling ahead here, especially with 33 seconds left. You just got to stall. We saw Kronovi that one game just completely boom it around and just stay possessive with the ball.
Yeah, and the difference between like Kronovi and AyyJayy in this matchup is like AyyJayy, most of his goals are like this. He slow down the ball, then he play 50s or like flick it. And Kronovi like always do a nail dribble or like a good shot or like I said.
Yeah,
before.
you can see AyyJay's really trying to bait in Kronovi.
Yeah,
where Kronovi's letting AyyJayy, he's putting the ball in AyyJay's hands to try to play off of him, where it's AyyJay's been baiting him in.
Yeah, he just fake like
That's the challenges from his dominance have been super well timed. Winning so
it's
many
the flat cars, man.
What?
And he just lets it go by. It looks like he's letting time go off the clock.
I think he could have scored that.
Yeah. He's like, AyyJay's like, man, Kronovi's my teammate. I don't want him to feel too bad. Now.
Oh, I'll do it to him.
Get some
last second.
finesse. And that will be it. The 1v1. The civil war of Rogue. AyyJayy comes out on top, gets the win for Team Justin. And that was a fun one. That was, again, like one of my favorite things about ones is that you get to really see the style of the player come through.
Yeah.
And you can, and Kronovi just narrowly losing out to AyyJayy. AyyJayy, a mechanical genius. You know, he's just a scary player.
He's just so quiet.
Yeah, we
just
saw
like sitting there.
Yeah, we saw some air dribble plays from both of them. Some good flicks from AyyJayy.
Yeah.
And now, you know, if your team Justin, you're feeling pretty confident that, you know, you don't have to pick scrub in ones. Like, you have more options now.
I think Scrub is gonna play twos. I don't know with who, but I think he's gonna play two.
I think it's with Fruity.
Scrub and Fruity.
Judging by seeing Garrett eating, Justin standing up, and
that would be a really
down.
toxic team, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Scrub and Fruity.
Probably just yell at each other the entire time.
Well, they probably yell at everyone.
Yeah.
If only we could get Jesse in here to help with that.
That'd be content.
Oh shit.
The content would be
That'd be
amazing.
pure content.
I mean, we got a lot up there already screaming his head off. We already know that.
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
you know, it's just a lot. He's all bark, no bite.
Wow.
You know, you got.
You're really giving it to a lot.
Well, I mean, a lot. I feel like the things a lot says aren't going to be like the hateful things that Jesse would say.
Like Jesse's really trying to get under your skin and watch this there.
Yeah, if you watch their streams, I love it. It's so salty. It's great.
The silent assassin himself has joined us.
AyyJayy, how was that series, or how was that game, man? Did you feel pretty confident about it going in?
I didn't get any warm up, but it's kind of easy. If I'm being honest.
You really?
Against your own teammate. No challenge.
I mean, we played ones earlier, but he kept destroying me, so I figured out what to do.
Yeah.
So what was he doing, and what did you do to counter it?
I mean, he kept ball chasing, so I was just staying in net, to be honest.
Yeah, you're just sitting. And it looked like even on offense, you were waiting for him to come to you. Like you were trying to time it to get those flicks over him. So that just seemed like you were just baiting him in.
Yeah, I was just baiting him in, then counterattacking. That's why I got the last 3 goals, I think.
And so how many games before were you guys playing that he beat you for you to figure this out?
We played like 2 games, but I wasn't like try-harding, I guess.
So was he playing you to like warm up for a previous game? Is that what was going on? And you're getting all the intel on how to beat him?
No, we just didn't have a scrim, so we wanted some practice.
Oh, he didn't even know.
Oh, so
you were playing this the whole time.
We didn't even know. Yeah.
You didn't even know
man.
either. Oh,
yeah.
Dude, that's next level.
Secretly taking notes.
Did you tell Justin that? You're like, hey, I can beat him.
I didn't even want to play the 1v1.
Okay.
I'm horrible at 2s though, so it's like.
So it's either
I had
ones
to
or
pick
threes.
one,
Yeah.
So what's your history with ones then? Have you played a lot of ones in the past?
Yeah, I play on Giant Boy stream like 12 times I think in total.
Okay. And
So I play a lot.
And is it something that you like to play even off stream?
Yeah, I'm like I think top 15 in ones maybe.
Oh wow.
So why did you choose Dominus instead of Octane? I just want to know.
Bad on every other car at the moment.
Just one of those placebo things.
Yeah.
So I mean, are you feeling pretty like going or looking at all the other teams? Is there anyone here that you're not as confident about beating in ones if you have to line up against them?
Definitely Fairy Peak.
Hello.
Have you guys played very much before?
I think I played him like 1 or 2 times, like long time ago when I was in a DreamHack, but
Okay.
I don't even remember.
But so nothing like official,
No.
no official matches. So we need to make that happen. 'Cause that
Maybe.
seems like it'd be
I
a
want to
fun
see
match.
that.
Yeah.
Now, how confident are you in the next 2v2? You think you're going to take it?
The 2v2?
Yeah.
Yeah, your team. You think your team has the 2v2s?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Do you know who they're
Yeah.
sending out?
I don't know who they're against, but I
Okay.
think they're sending out Scrub and Fruity.
Oh, it is Scrub and Fruity, and so as that looks like it might be Torment and Speed.
Torment and
playing
Speed.
Interesting. What are your thoughts on that?
I think Scrub is like super good at 2, so he should have it.
You don't think that Scrub and Fruity are gonna get like too toxic and start, getting mad at each other or anything like that?
I think they're gonna like handle it
Yeah.
under control.
We'll see. Maybe they just entertain us on their
I think we
streams.
should make
Yeah.
a counter of Scrub doing air dribble.
Okay.
So like,
Is that what he likes to do in twos?
yes.
Just only air dribbling?
So is it like you see it a lot where it's the air dribble into like the pinch? Is that what he likes to do, or is he just going for a goal?
Most of the time he just like takes the ball, we go for an air dribble like flip reset or something like that.
And look at that, we're getting right into it. AyyJayy, thank you for joining us, and congrats on your win.
Yeah.
So now Scrub
Oh my.
and Fruity. We'll look for the air dribbles. Fairy Peak has called it. Do you
well.
Fruity.
Fruity already coming in strong here. Great corner play.
And I like what he did there. He just lobbed it. It's like a ones player right there. Lob it in and hope they have a crappy hit and score on him.
Yeah.
Slower start than I would have thought, honestly.
Carried by, what does that say?
Car
Car
choice.
choice?
Carried by car choice.
Does that mean like?
Octane. He's carried by the Octane.
Oh, I thought he was talking about
Everyone
how
was
Shawset carried him.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is that
Dream
Fruity? Oh wait, no, that's Speed.
Yeah, it's
That's
Yeah.
Speed's name. So Speed in his name talking trash to Fruity.
That's just like next level BM. Literally in the name. You roast him. You don't even need to say it in quick chat.
It's just so annoying for your teammate and everyone else on the field to have to deal with a nameplate that's like 20 feet long. Scrub with
Can
the
we
air
clean that
dribble.
with an air dribble?
There's one. First minute, Scrub already with the
We're going
air
to make sure
dribble.
to keep count of that.
I'll try, but I'll need some help. Chicago, I mean, you have a history of playing twos. I watched you get beat up really bad at the Universal Open.
What? By who? Because me and Hato, that's where we kind of first got a little bit of like,
rep, right?
a rep. Yeah.
Okay, maybe you didn't get beat up so bad.
No,
You just
me and Hato lost every single one of our matches, even in the qualifier leading up to the grand final to Sizz and Jacob. So Sizz and Jacob was kind of our rivalry.
Kryptonite.
Because
Oh, yeah.
we beat Squishy and Torment in that. And then everyone was
Really?
like, they're like, who are these guys? And then we just lose to Squishy and Jacob, so it was pretty upsetting.
And there we see it, Speed getting on the board.
I think Fruity got like scarred.
Going
after.
for the bump as well.
Yeah, the bump.
Yeah, I can't even see it from there. Oh, and
I don't know what happened.
looked like Fruity tried to get his a touch on the ball. Server says no. I think it's land too. So
And Torment on the Fennec. Do you use the Fennec now? I saw you using it in Chicago. Is that just like your go-to car now instead of the Octane?
No, I literally switched between Dominus. Oh my god.
Torment.
Literally a brick wall. No, I switched between Fennec, Octane, and Dominus. No, Torment's by far the best defender. I mean, I guess I can't say in the world, but
he's pretty good.
In scrims and even in matches, I can't get the ball over him. Yeah. It's a question that's
he's one of those guys
for years.
He's one of those guys where if you're like, man, if that wasn't Torment, that would have gone
100%.
And he's always been like that. Like literally since he started playing, he's always been such a defensive player, and still he comes through offensively with great shots.
Yeah, there's player like that. Like he's in defense in 1v1, and he just saves everything every time.
And what do you think it is that makes a good defender?
Patience.
If you can like read the opponent or what he's gonna do. Like most of the time you're gonna save a shot. Like at least in 3v3 you're gonna save it good enough for them.
So don't wait. You look at where the person's car is, how they're positioning to strike it, and be there first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you expect where he's shooting, and then like you try your best.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he just doesn't panic at all. Really, I never see Torment really be fidgety on defense or panicking. Just very calm, patient, and reads the game really well.
Yeah, like you don't have to throw yourself and say like, okay, I'm going for that, and if it don't work, it's like a go. Like you have to cover most possibility, and then like sometimes you can't save it.
Right now, it's not looking that promising for Team Justin. Scrub Killa. No, it's off crossbar now. Oh, blocked.
And Speed has a lot to fight for because he's the only face on the board that has any drawings.
Oh, air dribble. Oh, how did he? Torment's invincible.
He's a brick wall.
He's invincible. You saw Scrub Killa going for the air dribble bump play, and it looks like he even hit Torment, but Torment didn't move. Did he time his flip? Do you think he flip canceled, or do you think it was just a glance?
I don't know.
I think he flipped just before, just after getting like bumped. So like he canceled the bump. It was weird.
That was crazy. Now,
I think it's open.
Speed just trying to get that into the middle. He had to get that quicker.
Oh, Torment. Brick wall.
Oh.
He gets past Fruity.
Nasty.
That was a great play. Synergy coming out. The pass here from Scrub was everything.
I like that he decided to catch the ball and flick it because he didn't have much boost. He was able to really control the speed of his pass by playing it slow like that. And this is a close match. We're getting into the final minute, tied up.
I mean, of all the twos play styles, what do you guys think is the best, I guess, meta right now?
Win 50-50s.
There you go. I think Speed and Torment are kind of executing that play style, like, kind of aggressive, but still safe.
Yeah.
Like, they're going for solo plays, but they're not going for stuff that they'll leave themselves out of the play or know that they will screw their teammate in a 1v2 for 10 seconds, which is, like, a lot of the twos problems.
That's what you were saying.
Well, that's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
That's the best, when you can go up for a flip reset or an air dribble, and then your teammate has to make the save, and if he doesn't, it's his fault. Right?
I mean, you can just blame him, just quick chat him, bro.
What a save.
I mean, if I had Torment on my team, I'd literally go for anything because I know he'd save it.
You're like, all right, Torment, I'll see you soon.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
If you're Scrub Killer, you're like, I'm going to go for an air dribble real quick. I'll be right back.
Well, I was shocked that Scrub's air dribble bump play didn't actually bump Torment. That was crazy.
Some players just don't get bumped. I don't understand.
I feel like Kuxir's one of those
Justin players. Is one of them. I think it's just Justin and Torment are the main two, but they're just invincible. I don't understand how. It's really annoying, honestly.
Team Kuxir.
Oh! See you later.
Thought that was gonna be it. Holy, we haven't gotten a 0-second goal yet.
Yeah, that was almost it. That was almost it. So now we are 1-1 in the series. We'll be moving on into the 3v3. That one coming down to the final second. So you gotta. That's gotta hurt, you know. If you're Scrub and you're Fruity and everyone's saying how easy it is for you to win and you lose, it's gotta feel bad.
So who are we getting from the threes now for Team Justin?
Team Justin, Garrett, and a lot.
Justin, Garrett, and a lot. Okay. And we haven't seen this yet because Justin was doing the 2v2, correct? So
yeah, he was.
Should be a new mix-up, which is good.
Justin and Garrett together with a lot. So that'll be. I mean, I'm guessing that Justin and a lot let them do their thing. Let Garrett kind of hang back and keep things locked down.
Really?
Yeah.
I was thinking the opposite. I was thinking a lot plays more patient. They just let Justin and Garrett do whatever they want.
I was talking to Garrett. He said he didn't want to do anything besides threes. He was like, he said he just wanted to do only threes.
Yeah, I mean, if you tell a lot to just play defense, maybe that'll work. Yeah. Maybe that'll work. What do you think, Ferra?
I don't know really. I think Justin's team is like on paper maybe better, but I don't know.
Yeah,
like 3v3 in best of 1 can go either way.
Yeah, and so we're gonna find out.
And welcome the brick wall himself. We were just talking about you, Torment.
Yeah.
How do you save everything?
Chicago called you a brick wall.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, that one save I got on the bounce down the crossbar, I don't know how. That was pretty lucky, but
yeah, that was
I'll take
crazy.
it.
And also, it looked like Scrub he went for an air dribble bump play, and it looks like he bumped you, but you just
like
didn't
brick
move.
walled it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I literally brick walled it. I don't know how I did that. I don't know how I didn't die or
Do
anything.
you have like a secret like code or something you're using? Like what? How do
Yeah,
you
is it
just stay
magic?
there? Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was the speed hype.
Did you did you
Speed hype
flip
had me
like
going.
right as he bumped you or something, or
something like that?
Save I've seen in months.
yeah,
Yeah.
And Speed, you know, you need to work on your Steam name game because that was really a horrible.
Carried by card choice.
Yeah, but you know, it's like
It wasn't to the point. I was kind of confused
yeah, it
when
was
I
like
read it.
you know, and it was super long in the title.
I'm just saying I was disappointed.
Does it? I mean, you can't really hear me. Does it really matter? There we go. Right. Does it really matter? We won. He's bad.
I guess you know that's true. It's true.
I think if anything, my name was so long that it put him off. He was like, "Why is that name?"
Yeah, it's blocking the ball.
That's what
Yeah,
James
blocking
saying.
the
It's like a 50-foot circle in the game that you just cover everything.
I'll make it longer for that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
See when
We
Speed
appreciate
went to
that.
knock on the window or no?
Can you knock on the window?
When
After we scored our second goal,
Yeah.
Speed knocked on the window.
Oh my gosh!
stared Fruity down.
You know the
Was
admins
that-
are gonna arrest you.
Was that not on camera?
It wasn't.
He stayed
no.
in the boundary of our room. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's
I was
probably
in the room.
fun.
I just knocked on the window that separates the two rooms and stared him down, then went back and played.
Well, that's good. That's mind games. I like that. So we'll have to make
See?
sure
That was the key.
we'll have to make sure we get that on
Mental
tape.
game.
Just
next
barge
time.
through the window.
Just punch my hand through it.
Yeah.
But we got this threes matchup coming up next. So looking at the squad, Yukeo, Wonder, and was it Kronovi or Kuxir? I mean.
Yeah.
And so we got those guys going up against Justin, Garrett, and a lot. Torment. Oh, you're gonna bounce. You don't even want to give us your insight on
I thought
this
you were closing it
matchup.
out.
Oh no.
Do you want me to give my insight? I can
Well,
give my insight.
Yeah, we're
Kinda
gonna.
sad.
You can leave when we start the next
Yeah,
game. How
come on,
about
man.
that?
All
But I
right,
want to get your
yes.
thoughts on the threes matchup that we have.
What's our team again?
So you have it's Kuxir, it's Kuxir, Yukeo, and Wonder.
I think that's a pretty strong team. I have faith in them.
But they have to go against Justin,
Oh,
Garrett,
yeah.
and a lot.
They have Linus. That's easy.
You
Wow.
think that's
Free.
easy?
Why is everybody roasting Linus?
Well, what's your game plan then? If you're the coach and you're telling these guys
Our
what to
game
do,
plan.
yeah, what are you
I don't know.
telling
Me
them
and
to do?
Speed really didn't look past that Tues game. That was all we focused on, and it was 90% the mental game. So
And then the save came in. I don't know where that
and then
came
yeah, the
from.
save came in, and then
It just
we got
worked
a
out.
win against Fruity.
Yeah.
So what you're thinking is if this series goes the distance, they might call your number to go out again.
Yeah.
if they call it back, then they're making a big mistake.
You don't think you
Has
can get
more
that?
energy, more where that came from. He has more energy for sure.
Yeah, I was about to say. You think
Yeah,
you can get that save again?
What's
I think so.
What's it like
so.
teaming with somebody who wants to get up and go knock on the window mid-series?
It's good motivation. You
It's
know?
motivation.
I want to
What
see
if-
him knock on the window more.
What if he leaves now in the middle of the match, not even after a goal? What are you gonna do? He just
Like,
trusts
just-
you.
just
he just
lets me 1v2?
just drops the controller and jumps through the window. What do you do? What's the game plan then?
Do you
Well, if
ask,
he jumps through the window, then realistic, he's probably going to take one of them out with him.
it's
and then
one-
I just
this
need a
genius.
1v1 scrub.
We need to see
That-
this
that's-
implemented.
that
As
also
Speed
seems
and
like a bad
Fruity-
idea.
Yeah, no, that's probably not legal. But.
Well, I'm just saying the 1v1 against Scrub. I don't know how you stack up against Scrub at once.
Yeah, I'll just have to make a bunch of saves again. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, no big deal. I'll just not let anything go.
Yeah, and I've played like 3 1s games in my career, but it's no big deal.
Did you win them?
Probably not. Probably not.
Well, thank you, Torment. We'll let you go.
Yeah,
you
we
can go
appreciate
have a
it.
snack.
Alright,
Thanks
have
for
fun,
your
guys.
Get your
time.
sandwich.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wonderful. So, wonderful insight from Torment.
The best window inside. And now
oh
we got
gosh,
Speed back.
Speed
oh,
is
okay.
joining us.
Hello.
Yeah, point that
You
microphone
can't
at
sit
your
down
face.
and expect not to talk.
Yeah, Speed. You
Throwing water down myself.
walk us through that game and how you were able to take down, the top Twitch streamer.
So basically, I knew it was Fruity, and I let him have an open net with 5 seconds left. You guys saw that? The one
Yeah,
which he hit the
yeah,
other
yeah,
90?
yeah.
but he's bad. So I let him have it.
Wow.
So it was like a flex. That's like
it was legit. Like
it's like
I could have sat in. I could have hit spectate. Honestly,
you could have just gone. Yeah. So it's like one of those situations where in the NBA you're just letting him sit at the.
Yeah, it's like having a center shoot a three. You just like have it.
Fruity, do you want to come over here and have your turn to respond? You know.
Do you want a response?
Loser? You have the floor could be yours if you want it.
Loser.
We need to hear this debate.
Yeah. No. Okay. He's coming over.
Basically, Speed got lucky.
Okay.
I'm too tall. He got lucky again. But the only thing he can win against is me, basically, so that's fine. He can't win anything else.
That is the first thing I've won today.
Yeah.
So first game, first series.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I do love free wins, and you always give me them. So
yeah, but that's
you realize Fruity is standing right next to you. He's like towering over you.
Yeah, literally.
And you have no fear.
But I've mentally towered over him in that series.
Wow, that was amazing.
I mean, Scrub, I don't know if you were listening.
He may have the physical flex.
I respect that. I respect that you guys are bad. So if you want to respond,
Scrub.
I mean, I didn't say he tried his best at carrying.
He's got 0 seconds.
Even Scrub is.
What about the same like with Torment did? Like it went down.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That
it was a good save.
I'm just cursed today, I think.
So love to see it. Scrub Killa throwing his own twos teammate under the bus. I love it.
I like how Fruity just takes it like it's not. He's like,
well, you know,
I do give him wins.
Fruity's the kind of guy who says, you know, if he says it was luck, he believes it. He's moving on.
Yeah.
Right. We've got food over there to eat.
That's all that matters.
It's fine, Fruity. Don't listen to them.
Fruity, you know, poor Fruity and Speed.
I've won more majors than you.
Whoa, that was getting salty. Wait,
1 and 1/7. I played one game of the Elite Series.
1 and 1/7? I don't think that
I played
counts.
one game of the 7-game league play of the Elite Series.
You really know
season 2.
Speed's taking note of this.
I
1 and 1/7.
1/7 for the league.
Who remembers that?
Of course I do.
That's amazing.
It's my
I'm saying,
look, I have to be superior to him because if I aren't, then what am I? I'm just a complete failure. Like,
and now you're a success.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, you're not a complete failure. That 1 and 1/7 puts you above Fruity's only one measly major that just happened recently.
Yeah, exactly. So, and even then, I don't think he should even be counted. He literally got carried by a car choice.
Hey, man, you know, I think it's a team game, you know? It's a team game, and Fruity was in the trenches, even if he only scored 1 goal.
I mean, he may as well have been one of the eggs in the stand, let's be honest.
Yeah, James, why are you pulling me down?
I'm not saying anything. Fruity, get into the game. Oh. Thank you, Speed.
Let's just go on.
Let's move on.
Come on, boys.
So thank you, Speed. Thank you, Fruity, and Scrub Killa for that delightful insight into that game.
Well, we rotated to like 4 players, and Torment.
And Torment. Yeah, no, Torment was great. Torment was great. I just was worried about a fist fight breaking out.
Yeah, me too. It was getting close. You could see the adrenaline rushing through them.
You could.
He's made out of marshmallows. It's like a feather duster.
Thank you for that additional contribution.
Man. He's at Ghostbusters goal celebration.
So Team Kuxir.
Have a little bit of a reunion between Yukeo and Kuxir here.
Oh,
this is,
right.
yeah. You remember that before WSOE, that was the one. Speed came in to sub for Yukeo. Or not to sub, to replace Yukeo. They ended up winning that major.
We did. It was utter annihilation at times.
Speed's back.
He's still here. He didn't go anywhere. Just hears his name and his ears.
But before that,
and then just got bottom 2 in league play.
Wow.
Oh,
Chicago. We saved the season, okay?
I mean, I guess we'll see you
true.
next season.
Yeah, it did go to game 7.
We took a regular season off. We didn't need that. What is RCS?
You know, we're about to find out soon. I hope you are paying attention.
Yeah, I'll be paying attention for the promo tourney next season.
You cannot pay attention. That's fine.
What did you say? I cannot what?
Yeah, it's fine. You don't need to pay attention to it.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, Fairy Peak's like, here, just automatic relegation. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Get him out of here.
I mean, let's be honest. Vitality has 2 French players, so it's literally GG's.
So, French players, I think statistically...
No, they genuinely are the best players in the world.
It's true. There was like, what, 5 or 6 of them at the World Championship?
Yeah, literally.
In Europe, we are half French players. Like half of the players who qualified for the LAN were French.
Yeah, and whenever Kaydop decided he wanted to play with you, a big factor was the French and feeling comfortable as well, speaking that language.
Yeah, you guys have a long history. I mean, French players seem like you guys like to hang out together.
Yeah, when you're replacing Scrub for the full French powerhouse.
Yeah, why didn't Alpha join this season? Like
Alpha to Vitality?
Don't leak the next standard.
That would be juicy.
Half the game gone, still nothing. 0-0. Both teams really fighting for it.
Double commit. A lot still hanging with that Batmobile. Garrett on the Fennec.
That's interesting to see.
Chaussette doing a great job of making that car popular.
The wave starter. This is in their net.
Oh,
Justin!
my goodness.
That's online Justin right there.
Maybe
land.
He's not even French, and he can do this.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
It's got to be French this next.
Incredible.
And the way he sticks to the ball is just, it's like he just constantly knows where to follow.
That's a tough angle to put on net, coming from that close to the wall.
Not here.
Drop down.
Oh, that should be a goal. Unlucky.
Maybe they're
team.
Oh.
So that one goal could be it. Garrett now, that was a chance for him to put a laser beam. He just was a little bit faster. Good pass.
Oh.
What a save.
Yukeo probably needed to get that a little bit more to the far post, but a strong shot.
And Justin just being annoying. So aggressive in the offense. Just took a boost and then getting all these offensive touches right in front of the defense. Somebody like Fruity, we talked about a lot, being annoying.
He is very
getting in
annoying.
people's faces, yeah.
Incredibly annoying.
Speed's still here. Talk about Fruity. Waiting for his chance.
I mean, Speed's one of the few guys who I know who can win and still be salty.
What?
Just attacking.
Ruthless.
Now
Oh,
more
the Fennec.
face. That one's going to just pinch right out. It's now or never for Team Kuxir.
Did you like playing with new players, Chicago, in the 3v3? Or I mean the 2v2? Did you even play with new players?
No, I played with
Have you
JKnaps.
been playing with the whole time?
Yeah.
Go team!
We see this. Interesting development here. 19 seconds left. Kuxir to Wonder.
That was a really good shot.
Yeah, he had to jump backwards, flip into it. So Wonder keeping Team Kuxir alive. You'd have to think whoever loses this game probably going to roll it back. We've been seeing that when these threes games are close.
I mean, at the moment, every team who lost and picked something, they all picked threes, no?
Yeah.
Well,
I think so. I think it's generally been that threes pick.
I feel like a lot of the time, at least for our reason, we were just like, oh, you guys are already set up. Just go at it again. It's like it's basically RNG. It's ranked. You'll get it half the time, but
because you guys lost that first game, right?
yeah.
So,
but to be fair, it was like basically they were down 2-1 and the ball hit the crossbar in the goal line like twice. So we're like, all right, we believe in you guys, and then they proceeded to kind of get smacked. But it's unfortunate.
Oh, they got to keep it up. No. How are you going to break that rule?
Wait,
Yeah.
I mean, that rule has
Rule
never not
1.
been broken. He's talking about keeping the ball up. It has to break eventually. It's a
one is it,
rule
though?
that's meant to be broken. Never let the ball hit the ground at 0 seconds. Now, overtime. This is going to be a chance for Team Justin. Counterattack, getting shut down immediately.
Oh, he scores those.
That clear from Wonder was huge. Team Kuxir being a little bit defensive. You see both players right now just kind of chilling on the backfield. Not too aggressive, probably trying to keep it safe and not over-aggress.
And this has been a very tight matchup Not a lot of opportunities really on either side.
In the main match, like there were a lot of opportunity, and like in overtime, there was nothing for me.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of overtimes. Fun.
Oh, this is probably one. Oh.
And we see Justin again, still just being so aggressive.
God, his car is so bright.
Not only is he taking boosts, but he's also blinding people.
Yeah.
I do not like playing those cars. Like Lethamir also has a car like that.
Was Honda Civic Booger?
Well, not that. The Booger Mobile? No.
Whoa.
Are you talking about the
Do you not
live
play?
green?
Yeah,
I saw that.
Do you not play with the colorblind mode on?
Really?
That I played with. I like just tried it one time, and I played with it. It's game changing.
I
It's
used
really
to.
nice.
I used to. It makes everything just like blue and white and black.
What about
and
it do
orange,
you
right?
like? It's just like I don't know. It makes the game look better, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do that. I should go back to that because
Like
I agree.
I used to like looking at people's car colors, so I was like, oh, those are nice. I would like to use them. But now I'm just like, everything looks better. Yeah. Simpler.
What happens when it's org decals?
It's the same.
Okay.
It's the org decal.
Okay.
If you have trouble there, then I don't know what to help you with.
We're approaching half of a game worth of overtime. These teams struggling, really, I would say, to get some cohesive offense going.
They don't have the French chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one thing they're
The
missing.
French connection.
Le chemistry français. Was
I just hear him in the background
close?
slightly. He sounds like my conscience.
How close was I on a scale from English to French?
You were English, very English.
It was good, but like chemistry is not chemistry in French.
That could be the
Oh,
shot.
I love him so much.
Baby.
I love
Kuxir.
him so much.
Is it a surprise that it is Kuxir scoring the overtime goal?
Cook's the clutch player.
shot.
Look at this placement.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Off
run it back.
the
They're gonna
post.
run it back.
You think they're gonna run this?
I
Tuesday?
feel like you always have to. Like that's a rule. Like if you if you lose in overtime, you have to run.
Yeah.
It.
Pick to play twos?
The competitive spirit just comes out. And you're like, you know what?
Oh, it looks at what he's doing here, though. It looks like he is standing up for a second.
Maybe it's just a
He
stretch.
does that whenever he wins a game.
Really?
Have you not seen it?
Uh-uh.
Like at LANs, when he wins a series,
He always stands up.
every time.
Well, I mean, when he wins a series, yeah, he stands up because he's got to walk off the stage.
Yeah, what about
No.
a game, though?
No, I mean it's like a literal
I've
This
jump.
is just a game. Does he do it after games too? You hear him like even in league play, you just hear like the desk move.
Yes.
Yeah, just boom.
Yeah. What is he? He's just contemplating something.
Yeah. It looks like he's thinking about something.
Speed.
Nonsense.
If your team loses the next match, are you gonna pick twos? If your team loses the next match, are you gonna play twos or no?
Yeah, because they're probably going to pick threes as a retaliate. I doubt they pick ones because, according to Crow, he played really, really badly. So if AyyJayy knows that well enough, then they might not pick it.
So they would pick twos.
No, so they'd pick. Would they pick twos? They'd either pick twos or threes, I think.
They're staying on the computers. They're definitely playing threes.
I think they're playing threes too.
Yeah.
They'd be off if they're switching.
Yeah, it looks like they're returning.
And they're
five
readied
threes
up.
again, though.
Justin.
So yeah, we'd then play twos.
Yeah, so
probably.
this is Team Justin's pick. So if this goes to a game 5, you think they're probably just going to do threes again, unless it's a blowout.
I feel like that's like an honorary rule we should have.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I was messaging Turbo when our team was playing Turbo's team. I was like, yo, if they win this, it's got to go to be a 3 just for the bragging rights.
right.
So, and I was Twitter DMing him, and he's like, we'll see. And then we didn't win the game.
Yeah,
so
I
we
feel
couldn't
like
see.
maybe people will just kind of respect that rule
Yeah.
unless it's like the final and like money's on the line.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm gonna get the dub. But now we'll see what they decide. It really does look like we will see.
Yeah, they're not getting up.
A best of 3. Let's see Kronovi sitting there. He would be the one. Wait. Okay.
Yeah,
And Jorby telling them something.
Yeah, Jorby.
Why is it so entertaining just to watch?
Oh, they're going again. Yep.
Okay, here we go. Rolling it back. That game went to overtime.
Yeah, really close match.
You also I hope they win, like my team, so you don't have to get disappointed again.
Now,
GarettG a bit quiet as well. Haven't seen too much of him.
We did see a pretty impressive goal from Justin.
Yeah.
That was like the only goal.
Put it away. Oh, whatever. That's greed.
Yeah, but like if you're quiet, but you don't make mistake, it's fine. As long as you don't make mistake.
I mean, it's just got to be refreshing though as well. Just playing threes with new teammates. You know, you're more relaxed.
Yeah.
Much more clear atmosphere.
How was he read that?
And that's a good infield pass. Oh, baby.
I know he reads that.
Yeah, Yukeo usually will bang that.
And those soft little touches into the midfield are like the cleanest things to watch in Rocket League. When somebody goes up and just barely drops it down and it works.
Well, it's the anticipation.
Yeah.
You know, when you see a good pass and you see the line that someone's going to take, you're like, oh, I hope they boom this.
You like connect the dots.
Because that's a player, that's a great feeling when your teammate sets you up for a pass and you can just hammer the ball. Gosh, this car really is bright. Like, I'm squinting.
It's also because we have the graphics settings all the way around, for sure.
The backlight from the TV blinding us.
Speed, why is a lot in Dominant? I mean, Batmobile.
I don't know. I've been trying to get him to change out of it. He just, so the way that Linus likes to play, or the way that we've always found that he plays, is that he'll play really well in a car for about a week.
Yeah.
And then he goes to crap, and so he changes to another car. And rinse and repeat.
There's so many placebos, like even
What-
just change
what's-
colors.
Yeah, what's the cycle?
I don't even think that's not even placebo. That's a legit thing we've seen. Where I don't know what it is, but he'll play a car for a week and he'll play really well in it, and then suddenly for like 3 or 4 days play really bad, and then go, nah, I need to change the car, and then back to playing well for a week.
Ooh.
Quick story.
And the Batmobile seems to be working for Kuxir, though.
Yeah, because I don't think he has so many weird placebos.
Yeah, Ferry, you're the one.
No, I say that. He has that with cameras.
You switch a lot, Ferry. Is there a reason? Is there like a specific style you have for set cars like the Octane and Batmobile, or it's just whatever you feel comfortable with at that time?
I think like with Batmobile in 3-3, you just play like more, I don't know how to say that, but like less risky. Like
Yeah.
you take more time and you have more like big touch, which like is not the same as Octane, because Octane you touch like multiple time, a lot of time, and like like it's more aggressive playstyle. So I think the Batmobile suits Kuxir a lot, like long car and flat car.
Do you wish there was more variety in like car shapes and hitboxes? Because there used to be a time in Rocket League where we didn't have standardized hitboxes.
Yeah, I hope like I think if they were more variety of hitbox, like good hitbox, because there's a lot of different hitbox, but it's like
it was a
most
way
of
to
the
add
time it's not
variety.
good.
You know?
Yeah.
More viable options.
Yeah, like the Fennec is like it's a good car. Like they for the first time since a long time, they like made a good DLC car.
Yeah.
So I hope all the next DLC car will be as good as this one. So
And
like we can say more people playing more different car.
Yeah, and I think, you know, Chaussette winning that major in the Fennec will probably start to encourage people to branch out more.
I really think there's a lot of cars as well that could be incredibly viable. It's just a matter of being that person like Chaussette. You know, I mean, we've seen Turbo try and do it with the DeLorean, try and come through.
With anything.
Yeah.
Well, we're approaching the final seconds of Team Justin's life in this matchup. Team Kuxir just have to hold on. Oh, whoa.
So laggy.
Some West ping right there.
Yeah.
And even on land, you can see those. You know, it's just that split second where the server doesn't know what happened.
Oh, what a double. What a touch.
Let's see if Kuxir will stand up again if he does get this win.
And last game...
He doesn't stand up if he loses.
Yeah, well, last game,
defeated.
Wonder scored with 19 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty good.
Demoralizing loss, which is probably why they've come back to it, because they were close to winning.
You got to speak more into the mic, my friend.
My bad.
It's okay.
Howdy.
Oh, that's wow, improvement.
Oh, there, dribble.
Oh.
I feel like the Batmobile is so good at just holding the ball on the top of its car.
It's OP.
Yeah.
It's OP car. Final 10 seconds. Can Team Justin get it? All right.
Here we go.
Now's the time. He's.
I think that's it.
Don't kill it. Don't kill it. They did it.
Oh, the dunk.
A respectable kill.
Kuxir. Is he standing up? The thing we all need to know.
He says GG as he stands up. That's how he does it.
The instant GG with the stand up.
And Team Cooks getting the win over Team Justin 3-1. And Speed getting the upset, I would say. Everyone thought that Scrub and Fruity were going to smash you guys.
Yeah.
Huh?
And you guys got the win. Oh, is that news to you?
Yeah.
Well,
how's it? Scrub and Justin, okay, yeah, fair. Scrub and anyone at this event with hands, okay, yeah.
But you played a keyboard and mouse player. How hard could it be, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
As long as you see them lugging up that giant keyboard up there, you know it's a win.
You know he's
they
slowing
got
down.
tired by the time I've even plugged it in.
Yeah. But now you guys get the win. How's it feel?
I mean, it's the first thing I've won since coming to BTS, so...
So it's got to feel pretty good.
Pretty decent,
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, as your prize, you can get some food and snacks and Monster.
Wonderful.
Yeah, congratulations. Go enjoy yourself.
All these goals were relatively quiet, though. It just felt like a very late series, like you said, Wonder scoring so late in the game. Justin basically getting all the goals, and Kuxir, the standing man himself, popping off.
Yeah, it wasn't as intense, you know.
Yeah,
it's like
definitely.
these guys, you know, you see some games that are really fast, like double tabs, passing infield, setting up boomers. We didn't see a ton of that.
Yeah.
You know, but Kuxir getting the overtime goal in the previous game, getting a goal here with his just impressive shooting. Kuxir is just he can place the ball anywhere.
Yeah, and overtime Kuxir is like another beast that you have to deal with. You know what I mean? Always coming down to the clutch plays, so consistent and so focused. I feel like he's one of the most focused players.
Yeah, you don't want to like have to save a Kux shot in overtime.
Yeah.
He has kind of made a career on hitting those shots.
Yeah. That's probably why he stands up so much. He's just like every goal is.
Well, I mean, like a lot of the really emotional moments you see of people getting up and getting excited, it's Kuxir.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you think of like season 2 when they won it all, him and Marky.
It's a huge pop.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So Chicago, you played. I messed up. So you haven't played with anybody besides your own teammates this entire time.
Really?
No.
He's literally just been with his teammates.
Dude,
Yeah.
you need to branch out.
Come on,
I'm about
dude.
to play one, so
Try something
there's my
new.
break.
Yeah, then you're still by yourself.
Still
Yeah.
playing with G2.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Every match.
You're
That
just
counts.
stuck.
That counts for me.
3 is G2, 2 is G2.
You gotta stay like that, though, man. I respect the loyalty to G2.
I mean, it's not my choice, but
What are you trying to say? Is if you had a choice, you wouldn't have it that way?
Yeah.
no. I mean, it was fun, but like, I mean, I also would have liked to branched out. It would have been fun.
Experiment.
You know
a
what you
little
need to do is you need to talk to your team captain. You know, schedule a one-on-one, sit down.
I mean, aren't there more crew battles tomorrow?
There are.
Ooh.
Tomorrow's the day then.
All right.
the
Well,
day.
it is more if you make it top 2.
You better show us your one
Well,
skill.
that's obvious.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're thinking you guys will probably be, facing off yet again? Is that the prediction?
Probably.
I don't know,
Can we
maybe,
get a ferry in a Chicago 1v1?
Dude, that would be
Gee.
yeah, no
No.
problem.
I will literally just take the forfeit. You
Yeah,
guys
you-
can have one game.
No, you have to play it.
Just knock on the
No,
glass,
really.
knock on the glass window and walk out.
Yeah.
It's like, it's over.
I'll shut off my PC. Oops.
That was that would be I think that would be pretty brutal. I don't think we'd want to do
No,
that. to
it
you.
would not be fun.
Yeah, I think
Not-
I feel like Squishy would have to do that.
That'd be a good way to learn ones, though.
Yeah,
Go against the
play
best.
against the best player. Only lose 10-1.
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna go home and play ones after this. So I'll pass.
Well, that was amazing. Team Justin falling to Team Kuxir.
Yeah.
We got more round robin action that we're gonna have going on today, and the top 2 teams they will be facing off tomorrow after the regular events that we have planned.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna want to miss that. We're gonna go to a quick break. We've got more round robin action coming up. Don't go anywhere.